Good evening, everyone, and welcome to Action-Packed Tales of Istoria, where heroes and villains are made. Before we get into tonight's episode, we want to give a thank you to Zakar Valaha and Arkenforge for providing the music we use, both in-game and pre- and post-game. In-game would be Arkenforge, and pre- and post, Zakar Valaha. Zakar definitely has a Patreon. You can check them out there, and I believe a YouTube page. You can sample some of their music. And Arkenforge is a toolkit that we use for DMing. That I use for DMing. Everybody else gets to just see what I do with it, and you all get to hear it, and eventually see it soon too. And that is not supposed to be happening right now. Don't interrupt me. Anyway, getting back to the game, we made some tweaks of audio settings and stuff. So hopefully you can hear all of us a little more easily. Most of us kind of across the board. You may have seen some of that if I haven't deleted the video yet while you're watching this. But we'll go ahead and go out to the full table, and you can see that a couple of our players unfortunately aren't able to be here right now, and the art's not loading now. Come on, man. Alright, it'll fix itself. Hopefully. Soon. Maybe. Maybe not. Alright, whatever. Anyway, getting to the point, we have people in Discord instead. At least one person. If you want to give a hello. Bad timing on my part. She is not here right now. So, well, you will see her. And there we go for the art. Okay, good. It is loading. Anyway, getting back to it.
Sorry.
No worries. Jake should be joining us soon, either in person. He's running a little behind due to some work stuff that came up, but hopefully he'll be either joining us in Discord or physically in person soon enough. But with all that being said, who wants to do the recap of last week's episode?
We traveled far. We did travel very far.
Yeah.
We picked up 2 strays.
As you do.
Haven't decided to take them down to the river yet or not.
What?
Wow. That's dark.
Cold and dark, yes. Good God, man.
I'm more happy it took a second for it to sit in.
Like, I'm sorry.
Mine was
what
like, did you
just say?
actually? You actually? Yep. Okay.
Chris does not speak for all of you of us at the table in terms of whether or not to rescue animals from
Oh
drowning.
my God! I would.
Don't backtrack now, puppy killer.
Yeah, no, it's too late.
The words
You
have already been
done
said.
Did it. I don't think anybody has any illusions about what you really do feel about or what your really feelings are for animals. Because you stated them clearly just now. Anyway,
Okay.
I'm just kidding. So, yeah, you guys did a little bit of time jumping through basically 6 months. So when kind of ending all of the adventures in Cowl, finishing up the results of the Fire Genie, reawakening of the Water Temple, effectively 6 months have passed in that time. We did a bit of time jumping in between there in terms of what your activities were in between. Some of that included selling some magical items in Cowl, and or I guess acquiring them, working some of that out, visiting Moon Temple, traveling down through a variety of different cities, which we kind of quickly glossed over, to eventually end up back in Milvain, picking up a couple strays, as mentioned, and basically we picked up where you were back in Milvain. I think stopping off the Copper Rose to speak with Rose.
Dorgarian got to actually meet Moon Mommy.
He did.
We visited a big iron tower where we gave and gathered a lot of information.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, just how annoying and angsty teens are.
Yeah.
Veneer will never have children.
That has mommy issues. Times 2.
Times 2.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Mommy's issues.
Which I don't remember if I checked in with Angela if she was okay with that or not, but I think I did talk to her about it. I was like, yeah, I figured you'd have a kid with Astaro. I think she said it's okay. I can't remember.
Previous player.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And we never heard from the
Workman.
child again.
This is one of those like arcs that we start in episode 1 and then never revisit.
Yeah, pretty much.
Some Game of Thrones stuff.
We forget
Yep.
she exists altogether.
Yeah.
Erased from
Oh, I
memory.
think also more so that that she is often, well, somewhere, in the Feywild more than likely, doing archdruid things.
Right.
So, yeah, that happened too. I don't have a drink. I need one. So I'll do that. You guys continue doing recap stuff.
Alright.
I think that was.
Yeah.
The last time we were talking to Corfer. So we went and we saw Rose.
Apparently, Bog's thing is no longer a thing. It was taken care of.
Yeah.
From what,
We need to talk about that.
from what we were told is that, yeah, we need to talk about it. Taco about it, I guess.
Wasn't there something weird? Because you were going to talk to her and then she was involved with something else?
I was going to talk to the Goliath lady that I never remember her name because I'm terrible.
Harley. Shatterfist.
Because it's so easy, but my brain just goes...
But I thought that was your girlfriend.
Look, we have no commitments one way or another.
Just saying.
I was prepared to murderficate. But yeah, no, we found out from Rose that the Bog thing may not be a thing. So we will talk about it.
Okay. So then we went to Corfer's, and we were doing the Haggly Daggly, and
Yes.
we stopped in the middle of that for some reason.
Because it was taking a lot of time.
And it was like 11:30.
Yeah, we had already run over our overtime, so we were
Yeah.
in double overtime.
Yeah.
Okay, yeah, because we were trying to like fine tune what we were doing.
And it was all just down to
we
haggling.
argued about buying a horse and cart for a solid 30 minutes again.
Oh yeah.
Yep.
Yeah.
That is a thing that we do routinely.
Yep.
We're gonna discuss that again this session.
I swear to God. Wherever we're going, we're taking Ruby and Jasper and the cart. Okay.
That's it.
No, that's just. There's no debating on will we, won't we? No, they're going. Make it easier to get up Torrington or wherever the hell we go. We're taking the horses.
Okay.
There we go. Should have the art fixed. Yeah, so now that you are back in Milvain, you are currently in Corfer's shop, working out what magical items you're interested in trading and acquiring.
Yes.
And potentially just selling.
I think we had kind of discussed most of that already to save you guys the thrilling conclusion of the troop go shopping.
Yeah.
Who just sent
I'm gonna
what?
need to probably mute the server. There we go. All right, that should be the last one. So then we can hopefully still hear everything, but the notifications will stop.
There you go. What did you...
Quick shout out to my sister, Sage BB. She's in the Twitch chat.
Oh yay! Welcome.
Was that supposed to say, not save?
Huh?
Oh. I don't know if this is how the game's supposed to be played, but it's how we play it. So
What?
Oh.
Our D&D.
Oh.
Because we're just a bunch of knuckleheads.
That's a word.
It is.
It's a much nicer word than I would use.
Well, you know, young sister and everything. Well, younger.
Yeah,
Yeah, she's not.
That's like,
It's just I perpetually have that young Marky stuck in my head,
Yeah.
so, you know. Sorry, I realize I'm, yeah.
talking about somebody like they're not there.
I know, right?
She's
And she's
totally
probably
there
like, oh,
and
screw
like-
this, I'm out.
She's like, okay, I'll just do it.
It's a weird thing when, like, I had a friend in high school, and they had, like, a 12-year-old sister, and so, like, to me, she's always going to be 12, and now I meet her,
yeah.
and, like, you're, like, 28 now?
Yeah.
What? No, you're 12, stop.
Yeah.
You gotta let them drink that beer.
Yeah. Sorry, Marky. All right, so, there were some discussions regarding magical items.
Yes, so really, it was just, we agreed to trade everything for my pointy stick.
Yeah, there was some talk about you getting your dragon slaying sword.
Oh, is that what we...
Yeah.
He just said everything. I'm pretty sure that's not what Emily said in Discord.
No, like, we'd already made...
No.
Like, we're trading every... So I wasn't in character yet.
Oh, okay.
I was still...
Chris's character voice and his real voice are very similar.
They really are, yeah. But yeah, no, you had some discussions regarding some of the magical items we, had agreed upon you retrieving for me. Different magical components of creatures, as well as, some
Papers under your...
special little crystals, I think you were successful in retrieving as well.
Yeah, we found a few more of those, versions of storing. We got Shadentine and Pyrotine is what we've named them.
Oh, excellent. Well, those are fitting names. I like them. So, the scimitar. I was able to kind of break it down and move it to a, we'll say, more compact form for you. So, I do have one dragon slaying scimitar, although I added a little something special to it. I'll leave that as a surprise for you as to what it actually does, though.
Alright. So, should I take the longsword out of my inventory and change it with a dragon? Like, out of characters. Because I have the Dragon Slayer longsword in my bag of holding. Should I take it out of the inventory and replace it with the other
Yes.
one? Okay.
Yeah. It is now a scimitar. You can just add. Well, I don't want to give you the item yet because I want it to be a discovered thing. Unless you want to attune to it and try and identify what it does and all that sort of stuff too. Sorry, not attune to it, but identify it.
I
But
feel like I would have done that on the travels. So if you want me to do it when we're traveling again.
yeah,
Okay.
that works. Because he's giving it to you now, so you'd have to sit down with it for an hour to try and identify what it does. Although he himself has said that he's not going to tell you. So.
Always the secretive one.
Well, I like to have a little fun from time to time too.
Well, we've got a long road. I'll figure it out.
That's the spirit.
How much did we just pay this guy for a sword that we don't know what it does?
Listen.
Oh no.
So you haven't met Corfer.
I haven't met him before today.
He hasn't let us down.
Okay.
I appreciate that.
Fair.
By the way, I'm Corfer. You two are new to the shop.
Daruk.
Farouk?
Ward.
So as you see this man before you, he looks like he has kind of like half-elven features, but he's like 6'5", bordering 6'6" tall, which for a half-elf is huge. Dark skin, he has just a bunch of piercings all over his face, and you'll notice that he has also this massive maul strapped to his back. It has this, really cool kind of runic worked stone design to it. In addition, he is quite stocky, built, broad shoulders, a lot of muscles and everything. A heavy dude, to say the least.
All right.
You should. He likes to do handshakes when he first meets people.
Oh, hell yeah. I go up and I.
What are you doing?
Just lean back and watch.
I go for the predator, manly handshake.
Oh,
if he'll do it.
Okay, yeah, sure. Roll me a strength
Oh
check.
man, dude, the
Strength
thunder, the rumble.
I can get to my stats here.
You smoke
You probably rolled real high based
Oh
on
my.
the sound you just made. I did not, so that's a 10.
Okay. I'm not going to even bother pulling up the stats then. So as you do the predator thing, sure enough, he's like,
Dutch and
I gotta say, I can see you're strong, and I appreciate the
But you
effort."
can't feel it right now, is my guess.
And he just kind of lets your arm go, and you could feel that, like, when you did that clasp, you just like hit a wall. Like,
All
well, that was pretty good.
now you gotta flex
Yeah.
your booby muscle.
I can't do it for real, unfortunately.
Oh, what is the state of his shop? Is it dusty? Does it need sweeping? Does it need polished?
There is a little bit of dust in the shop.
Oh, I don't even pay him no mind. I just
Yeah.
the broom comes out and the little pan, but I'm huge, so
Yeah.
it's like
Oh no, that's fine. I actually appreciate the dust and
it
everything.
just keeps going.
No, seriously, the dirt and everything in here, it's part of my shop. I don't want you to clean it.
I will break that broom at some point.
He will repair it with repair. The cantrip.
Do you stop after he says that the second time?
Sure, but I move on to another task. Like
Okay.
I just any shiny bits he's got on counters, I just start polishing. Or,
That's fine. Cleaning the counters, that's fine. Just the floor, I like it to be a little dirty. Nothing too bad, just, healthy layer. You guys know.
Yeah, we get it now.
Oh, right. Yeah. That checks.
That tracks. Yep.
You know what, canonically, we'll say that you see him kind of have this goblet that he then begins to drink from. You can both make perception checks.
This is fun, like being in the know.
Because we didn't tell them, did we?
No one bad so
I thought
far.
we
Though.
already
6.
told them out
Six?
of them.
Okay.
Yeah.
You're like, oh,
my
it's a
perception.
pretty fancy goblet. There's it's kind of like this. So glass for the container itself that holds liquid, and then this like gold filigree that wraps around it. It's really intricate, and it has this kind of a geometric design to it, though. Hard edges and corners. It looks pretty nice. Whatever he's drinking, it's clear, kind of shiny.
'Cause that's
I got 21.
They're straight up like diamonds in what he's drinking, like crushed,
In what he's
crushed,
drinking?
sprinkled.
Oh.
Yeah.
I seen an
Legally
episode of Oz. You know what I'm talking
I don't, but I can only
The
imagine.
crushed up glass in the spaghetti.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Yeah, no. You see him drinking, and he's
It's a way to go.
enjoying it. So, interested in any sort of wares or magical items yourselves? Amongst the group as well. I know we had our deal, but if you have anything of interest that you're willing to sell, I've got a few items of my own. I've been working back in the past few months and everything. Stock's pretty good right now.
I got this super fun one that does a bunch of random stuff.
You mind?
Yeah, take a look. See,
Where did you get this?
a little wintertime wonder.
Huh. Well,
Well, they might know
we're
each other.
past winter now, so I'd be interested to know where you went. But you know what? I don't ask questions though. Your business is your own.
I don't even know where I went. Really, we just
you-
woke up there.
Do you know what this does exactly?
I got mixed feelings, or mixed. I couldn't quite figure out exactly what it does. It kind of seemed to jump around.
It's incredibly appropriate. Yeah. If you're familiar with wild magic surges, it's kind of like that. You cast it, something happens. It's
Have you ever seen me do anything magical?
no, but I know that some of your friends do. So, well, if you're interested in selling it, I'll give you 12,000 gold pieces for it.
One?
Yeah.
That
This is
sounds
an amount of
great.
money
Yeah.
that Rook has never even heard of in his life. So he's like,
Or we can work it out in trade.
I mean,
What are you buying? What are you selling?
I do have a question for you.
Mhm.
I did acquire something new along the way, and although I can feel it, I wanted to see if you could take a look at it.
Yeah, absolutely.
I'll take off my.
do you ever
breastplate.
fight, or do you always use a
Or I
weapon?
guess it's half plate.
Okay.
Yeah.
We got like these
So you just take off like the kind of front part of it.
And let him like.
racer things.
I just want to know if there's
Like,
anything
that
else I'm
grip
missing.
on
It just
fighting,
it
like,
feels.
shoot like fire out.
You see him like finally really take notice of it.
no, yeah.
What was that?
That was my backpack falling off my chair.
Ah,
Okay.
okay.
I thought something was on the other side.
So as you see Vadir take off the first part of the half plate, and set it on the counter, you see Corfer's eyes kind of go wide for a moment and take a look at it.
Wait,
Do you know exactly what this is?
I mean, I'm like attuned to it, so I understand a little bit, but it feels like it's not whole.
Yeah, that's it's part of the nature of some of these things. What you've come across here, for everyone to know, this is an artifact. This specifically is one from the High Father.
I didn't know that part.
The one from the High Father.
Yeah, we talked a little bit.
You talked to a god.
Hey, you want to see a trick?
No.
Damn it.
When I say you talk to a god and somebody says you want to see a trick, the answer is always no.
That's fair. That's fair.
What is this?
Okay. Nosebleed when I tried to read a book written in the god's language, so not my finest moment.
Yeah, no, their language is incomparable to mortals. It hurts me to even read it, so glad to know you didn't die.
Again.
Yeah. Wait, what? Never mind. Getting back to the armor, yeah, when these pieces sit for long enough and don't have a wielder to them, they kind of go to a dormant state. That's where it's at right now. If you're able to, I don't know, do great deeds, it's kind of hard to describe. There's no exact measure for how to awaken them. But after a certain wielder has it for so long in their possession, using it to accomplish great things, they fully awaken to their previous full state.
Oh, okay.
Looking at this right now, I can't say you're far off or anything. It's hard to describe though, and hard to really identify. They kind of they almost have a will to themselves. So, first of all, congratulations. I don't imagine you'd be willing to sell this or trade it.
No.
I didn't think so.
I do have a couple things to offer though. We got these out in the deserts. I'll pull out the 2 pistols and the musket.
Oh, okay. I don't really do much with firearms. I mean, I'd be willing to buy them, sure, but
Is one of those the magical, like out of character? Because I would see obviously. Is one of those a magical one or no?
No.
Okay.
These are the regular ones.
unless you're interested in me working on them.
So here's the thing. I know we have a ton of documentation on how to make it, but I don't think that they're the same as this one. And I'll pull out the Istorian one.
Yeah, looks at it. No, I would say not. Kind of
Yeah.
picks it up, looks at it. Huh. I have to say, I'm impressed and a little hurt. I hadn't thought of that. Making Istorian alloy.
Yeah.
That's clever.
There was a really weird dude doing some stuff in the volcano when we went to fight. Yes.
The fire genie.
Mm-hmm. His name that I'm saying out loud in character, but my brain is Atash. He had some interesting people working for him.
Ren can see you kind of struggling to come up with the name.
Thank you.
Would you be interested in learning how they did it? corner?
Absolutely, yeah.
Well, you and I should talk then, because I have this book, and then combined with this book, oh my gosh, like, I just...
Oh.
We'll talk.
Which books do you show?
Arm's journal of, like, how to do the things.
Okay.
And then the Hag journal, which he's seen before.
Ah, okay, right.
Is she going down her tinfoil hat again?
I mean, it works though.
Maybe.
Tinfoil tunnel.
Tinfoil tunnel.
Well, yeah, I'd love to talk about that. When you have time, I know you probably have a schedule you need to keep to yourselves, but yeah, I'm always in my shop.
Speaking of books, though, we did come across a strange one, and I'm a little afraid to touch it because it talked to me.
Oh, a sentient item. Okay.
It feels kind of unkind.
Hostile sentient item. Okay. Well, tell you what. Do you have it in some sort of container?
Yeah, it's in mine.
Good. We'll get to that in a second.
Tony, sorry.
Yeah.
You have an old picture of Ren up from when she was level 8.
Ah, dang it.
Just letting you know it exists. You don't have to do it right now. Just letting you know it's there.
Oh. Okay, that's something that Matt will need to
Bulgarian
update.
is level 8 as well.
Yeah.
Well, no, that's Barbarian 8
Oh,
Druid
Druid,
2.
okay.
Yeah.
Because she only had like 45 hit points. I was like, that's not...
Yeah, no, Matt updated the art, so the art is new, but the stats need to be changed.
I
Oh,
see, I
they're
see.
changed on everyone else.
Yep,
I thought hers was earlier because...
it was. Well, her updated stats were applied, so there's an updated stats one, and then Matt updated the art for her, though, too. So there's two separate ones, and then the stats need to be fixed, so... If Matt sees this, I'm sure he'll adjust it. If not, then we'll send him a text.
Yeah. Okay.
So, yeah, tell you what, if you all just want to come back to the shop, into the back, we'll go ahead and do this there. Okay. This is, if it's something that's sentient and hostile, it's best dealt with in a controlled space.
Yeah. It doesn't like. Though I feel. Yeah, it didn't like me for sure.
Okay.
It didn't talk to me, but it didn't like me.
Sure. Not a problem. Mind the doorway. Did you all kind of like
What's wrong with the
move in a
doorway?
little bit? Oh, just you see him stomp, and then a massive stone slab just erects into the doorway. We need to make sure that no one else comes in the shop. So,
That never gets old. Gotcha.
all right, into the back, please. As he leads you back into the back of the shop, I'll give a quick description. In the center of this kind of back larger area, you find a stone floor with this elaborate runic circle carved into it. It's a 5-foot diameter with 7 circles at different points within this larger runic circle, and there's different gemstones embedded into the floor at just different points of intersection. As he leads you in, if you all don't mind, just stand outside of the runic circle, and Vadir, either if you want, you can come in, or we can just toss the bag in there, whichever one you prefer.
No balls, you won't do it.
Okay, I'll walk in a circle.
All right. So, again, everyone, please stand back. You see him take off the hammer, and at this point, you see him kind of grow in size a little bit. Goes about 8 feet tall. You see him. You see his skin itself takes on this kind of more earthy and rocky appearance to it. I don't want to get too tall, but I do need to kind of access full power on this one, depending on how bad that thing is. So
That's fair.
yeah. All right. You see him take it's a full-on like maul sledgehammer. He takes the end of it, just kind of okay. Gonna need to do containment. You see him start to wave his hand, and at that point, you see these bits in the hammer kind of light up as these runic carvings has this kind of inlay that just begins to glow this blue color. And as he waves his hand, you then see the runic circles start to reconfigure on the ground. As he looks and focuses for a moment, they eventually lock into place, rearranging themselves into a different pattern. If anybody wants to, you can make Arcana check for those that are proficient.
15 are dead.
No.
I'm not proficient. So.
Okay.
Give me a second. I am.
Oh, that is a dirty 20.
Are you proficient with Arcana?
Yeah.
Okay.
The little dot is checked next to it.
24,
Yeah.
and I am proficient.
Okay.
6.
Okay. So you're just watching it all happen. You're like, am I in the way? What's going on?
When do I take it out? When do I take it out? When do I-
You can both tell that this is a runic carving with abjuration as like a particular spell school of focus. You see him then comes to an end. All right, that ought to do it. Okay. You see him raise up the sledgehammer, just tap the butt of it to the stone circles, as then this kind of magical containment field of this pinkish energy envelops the stone circles. Corfer kind of ducks down a little bit as he's a little tall. Okay, we should be good. Go ahead and open them on up.
Can we hear through the...
You can,
No?
yes.
Okay.
Yeah. Although this hum definitely fills the room as the energy is now definitely focused within the area.
I will.
You once again hear the voice enter your mind.
Why have you brought me out in this cursed place?
Fuck off.
You hear Corfer. All right. Let's not be rude to our guest. So,
Stab me in the brain.
what exactly are you doing here? You then, everyone within the room can hear a voice begin to fill the room. Formless in its exact location, but it kind of echoes and reverberates through it.
I serve my mistress, the one in the hive.
Yeah. Look, what's your end game? We need to know.
Rainier perked up quite a bit at that.
Corfer kind of caught in the eye. Actually, hang on. Do you want to ask some questions?
I want to just hear what it has to say.
Okay. Go on.
Your finger going crazy.
I was a bargaining chip, one meant to both serve and then serve the will of my mistress.
You're being awfully cryptic. Can you be a little more forthcoming?
No.
What do you guys want to do?
I was hoping you could make it talk more. Like,
Persuade it.
yeah, strongly, violently persuade it.
Out of character, obviously. I was just trying to help him with the word.
You can say it.
No,
Okay.
word wouldn't say anything.
Okay.
No.
Will it tell if its mistress's name?
Well, you can, or I can hit you with my hammer. You then hear,
I am merely a copy. Do with me what you will.
Hey, Ren, you wrote it. Actually, you might have too. We wrote down her name, didn't we? Because we got it from the Orkbun's daughter.
I was gonna say, does the one in the hive mean anything to me? Isn't that what the sword said?
what?
Didn't it say I serve my mistress, the one in the hive? Is that what? Does that mean anything to me? The one in the hive?
You can make a history check.
Probably won't go well, but we'll see.
Is this the hive near Torrington?
11.
Corfer just kind of raises an eyebrow. You don't remember anything. And then you see him. There's silence, and you see him kind of pick up the hammer a little bit.
Yes.
So I'm saying, sorry, like out of character. I feel like we talked about it, and you actually finally gave us her name 1 or 2 sessions ago, and I don't remember.
The only name that I have is
I don't have her name. I'm just.
Cretho.
Sorry.
I have a name Cretho on the Wretched Council.
Mm-mm.
That's not. I thought that might have been.
I know. I need to take better notes, but
Oh no, that's the location.
Yep.
because
Something else.
Like I just
Something else. Yep.
distinctly remember you finally giving it. I was like, I have a name to put to it. Oh, was it the conversation, the snow episode?
Nope, because that was Millicent. I don't know that your characters actually have learned her name.
Are you thinking
We did campaign 1.
Rochelle from last
Was that
as a
right?
hag?
Yeah, Rochelle. Yeah.
No,
I
Rochelle.
don't think
Rochelle
that's
was a
what
different hag.
Yeah.
Was it? What did
Yeah.
you put down for Rochelle? I'm sorry.
No, it was one of the hags that was mentioned
Oh.
in the book last time. The one that had the note about her being a bitch.
Yeah.
Takes his backsies.
I was thinking, I was under the impression Rochelle was the one leading the hive.
You then hear,
You know the name of my mistress.
Was that so hard?
no
What
response.
was Rochelle?
Yeah. Okay. What does she want with Itash?
Oh, is she involved in this stupid shattering thing too?
You then hear echoing through, the
Shattered, the shattered, the shattered.
Like excited echoing or bad? Like how? What tone
Frantic
was that?
or-
frantic. You can't tell, make an insight check.
Inside the book.
Yeah.
Fuck you.
Guessing that's probably a not so great.
That's a 3.
3. You're not sure.
Really?
You're enthusiastic. But it's a book. How can you discern meaning?
There was no facial expressions to go
Yeah,
off.
there you go, yeah.
My charisma's not very high. Although insight's wisdom, but you know what I mean. There's questions I should be asking and I can't.
Okay, so is
Out of character, do we know where she's at?
So
You could just, you could ask that stuff in character though too. You don't know necessarily, so you'd be curious too.
I don't know nothing about none of this.
Yeah, exactly.
you know nothing about no water buffalo?
The librarian said last time she escaped to the astral sea.
Oh, good memory.
that was the last
No,
time.
it's in my notes. That's why. I
I was like,
Notes are
damn,
helpful.
Christian was paying attention.
Yeah, he was. He wrote it down. And then probably forgot and remembered.
yeah.
So, now I'm talking like Corfer.
So
Alright, so we know you're working with Rochelle. We got you from Itash's lair before we defeated him.
Harm, the warlock. Yes,
Yeah, he dead too.
I know.
oh, the weak warlock.
The Wizlockage. And now to find out Itash and this bitch is working together.
Along with the
Shattered.
the water genie.
What are your passive insight or passive perceptions?
Shit.
15.
11.
Okay.
1 second. 16.
Okay.
6. Jesus.
Passive perception.
Yeah.
18.
Okay.
All right.
He's
I
a
took the
cleric.
observant feat.
Ah, nice. Yeah. Okay.
Wait, was that Jake?
That's Jake.
Oh, I did not know. Oh, I did hear someone join earlier.
Yep. Yep.
There he is.
God.
He just crept on in.
You have a lovely voice, God.
I didn't want to interrupt the exposition that was going on.
Daruk.
Coming through fine.
Yep.
Yeah.
Daruk, you noticed this kind of like flicker in the energy sphere or the energy shield.
I will immediately point it out to Corfer.
What?
The energy sphere's flickering a bit.
That's weird. See him kind of twist his maul.
Adjusting the antenna.
Yeah. That should cover this.
Can I do stuff in here, or am I like defenseless?
Oh yeah, no. It's just this is kind of like a barrier to keep stuff out and keep stuff in.
Cool.
I mean, you can hear everything, but energies shouldn't be able to get through.
So we can't help you if something happens?
Well, yeah, but I mean,
Looking.
yeah.
I mean,
I mean, he is pretty magnificent.
Yeah. All right. So what do we do?
Thank you. Inspiration for that.
So what are we doing with
summon
you?
my sword?
That's his title, Corfu the Magnificent.
Oh, he didn't even mean to.
You didn't?
No,
Oh my god, okay. Well, there you
Such
go.
a dad joke.
no, we haven't heard that one yet.
Really?
Yeah, we haven't got any. We've
Yes.
only got Natosh and the Air Genie's titles.
Double check because I'm pretty. Oh no, it wasn't Magnificent.
Yeah, that's a new
Sorry.
one for us.
Gotta retract that.
Okay, I'll
You-
take away my inspiration.
Yep. Very close
So
though. That's
close.
why I thought it was the same one because I was like, oh, that's
Malignant? That's weird.
no,
The Magnanimous.
no, not it. It's
The Dusty.
similar. No, similar feel but different word. So,
All right. So what are we
if
gonna
somebody
do
can
with
guess
this?
it, I'll give you inspiration.
Uh,
Indefinite.
The Mighty.
so what are we doing with this book?
You tell me. I'm not a fan of it. Tell you that much.
What does it do? Is it just like directions?
No, you hear it. I'm right here.
Well, you don't want to talk, so
Yeah. No, it. You hear Lena begins to speak up.
I have knowledge. I can give you benefits. Those of my mistress.
Yeah, that sounds like not a good thing.
In exchange for what?
Again, it's quiet. Yeah, I think we know what it would take.
I'll ask it. What is your purpose?
My purpose is to find another and bring them back to the hive.
Bring them back to the hive. How?
Is that why the energy field was flickering? Were you trying to bring someone back to the hive?
I have not. No. No.
Insight check. See if it's
Yeah,
lying.
I was gonna say, is that? Do I
Sure.
believe that? I rolled a 3
Okay.
plus like 6 or something, but
Yeah.
you know, so
16.
probably not enough.
16. Hard to read.
You get an inspiration.
Get out.
remember the time when he
It
wanted to TPK you? Why would you give him inspiration?
And see Corfu kind of look again. What is going on with this thing?
Should we lock it away and come back another time?
Yeah, maybe. I don't really trust. And at that moment, you hear,
No. No, I've served you.
and in that brief instant, you see the book start to shake and rattle before a blast of this black energy eviscerates the book. Pages shredded, and the tome just destroyed.
Well, that's that.
You're more knowledgeable than us. What just happened?
I think
I
that
was
she
gonna say,
got
I haven't-
angry.
Yeah, that's I was about to say.
And she was able to penetrate
No hag can do that.
We buy.
No hag can get through that barrier.
no mere hag.
Like normal hag?
I mean, even ancient ones, I don't think should be able to do that. But
I think they're changing.
you see him turn the hammer, field drops. Yeah, I'm at a bit of a loss here. That doesn't happen.
I'm sorry, we didn't really mean to bring trouble in your house.
No, it's fine. Evil magical item destroyed. I consider it a win overall, but whatever got through my abjuration magic, that's not the magic of a hag.
Oh.
I may need to look into this. Possibly increase the wards around my shop too.
Yeah, probable. There is somebody else we know that's pretty intense.
I am not for sale.
Varga.
Increase the
Oh,
wards.
not what I meant.
Are we just gonna find out all of the people that have pissed us off are working together?
Oh, it's
See him
like it
still
was
kind of like looking
intended.
at his hammer, just like twisting it.
So we know the Shattered are working with a super powerful hag, Rochelle, right?
Rochelle was the one that
Yeah.
we learned about at the library. Yeah.
They have
So-
in their
The book
possession.
is in.
Yeah. They
So the Shattered are working with a super powerful hag in charge of a hag hive, and they also have a fire genie Itash under their employ. Great. This can only go well.
So Rochelle was one of 3 hags. The other 2 in the coven died, and she escaped. So does that mean that she probably started a new
Coven.
I guess? If it's a hive, it sounds like more than 3,
yeah.
but
If it's a hag, you can count on it.
Only now it's bigger than just a coven. Right, I assume
It's
a hive
commune.
is bigger than a coven.
yeah, that's
Yeah, but unless it's a hive of hags.
Remember the one that we were fighting north of here was using storing to create hags.
Trying
To
to.
convert the ogres into hags.
Trying to.
I don't
She
like
was
any bit of
close.
this. Look, this is Let's get back on the subject about you buying some stuff to hopefully kill whatever this is.
Yeah, it sounds like a comfortable subject, especially for you.
Yeah.
He seems to kind of like lead everybody into the front part of the shop.
Out of the woods.
Yeah, let's get back to the match guiding stuff. Let's get you guys armed up and get you out there killing whatever the hell this was. Rochelle, apparently.
I like
Is
that.
this not a name you're familiar with?
No.
When we were up at the tower for the Shade Heart, they had a book that was talking about her, and all it had was "bitch" underlined many times next to her name.
Oh, all right. Well, that makes sense to me. Somebody who creates an evil book to take over people, probably a bitch.
Yeah, that's fair.
Yeah.
We'll just
I
delete
will
that magical
peruse
item.
his wares.
Really wonder when you guys take that up.
Huh?
We found it and we were reading it.
Oh, you did? Okay.
The other night.
So you know what it was?
Yeah.
Okay, yeah.
It's interesting.
Was there a way? Well, we'll talk about it later. I was like, is there a way that we could have had it not destroyed?
Yeah, somebody was extremely tempted by it.
Oh, yeah. I'm not surprised.
I was arguing with Pat about it last night. I was like, just let me have it.
We're just gonna ignore the downsides.
Yeah.
Yeah.
What could possibly go wrong?
Right.
Yes.
Nothing.
Yes.
Civis would.
Famous last words.
All right. So
Yeah. Total just sell out for anything that gains them an advantage. Don't matter how
Yeah,
cursed it
guaranteed.
is. Yeah.
Okay, yeah.
I am deleting that Wand of Wonder, and we got 12K for it. So, Ms. Bookkeeper, 12K gold.
So we're
Official.
at 30.
So, about my mall.
Yeah. What about it? Is it?
Oh, I got this chunk of Moonstone ore, and then I got some of these
Oh. Okay.
Moonstone gems.
Yeah, I can work on it for you.
How much did you get? How much do you get from Jack?
How much what?
Sorry, out of character. Did we get Jack's shipment yet? In time.
You have him back to the Copper Rose. So, yes, you have.
Okay.
There's just this box. It's a very festively wrapped.
Yeah, I've got one chunk of
Right, yeah. No, so,
Moonstone ore, and then 4 of those Moonstone gems.
yep. So, with that, when you got back to the Copper Rose, you also found a very festively wrapped box. A white one with blue snowflakes, this big, like, silk ribbon of dark navy blue tied into a bow at the top.
I'm really hoping you brought that with us, still wrapped, so that way I can be like, oh, that's where that wand came from, is similar place as that box. See if Corfer reacts at all. I don't know if he'd have any knowledge of Jack Frost.
He kind of looks at the box. Huh, that's,
Festive.
Yeah, it was a festive plane.
Plane, like demi-plane?
Yes.
Wait. Snowy Escape?
Is that the name of it?
yeah.
Okay. I think I heard someone say that name.
Well, that's funny. And must have been fun for you all, though.
No.
Oh,
I mean, part of it was. Don't get me wrong.
I did.
The hot chocolate was really good.
I did
It's
kick
above
all your
balls.
asses and snowballs.
Kicked ass.
No, I'll bite. And look at this, a mug of hot chocolate, and I make hot chocolate.
Huh. He loves that stuff, and I'm glad you guys got mugs for yourselves. So, circling back on the that box, Dorgiran, would you do the honors?
Oh yeah.
And then I open the box.
Okay. Inside, you find dozens of moonstone gems.
Oh, happy day.
Oh, happy day.
These are not the gems that would fit into your mall. They are just moonstone gems.
What a troll.
Because Jack is a trickster.
So, what? Like, I'm not sure what you mean. Would Dorgir know that? Oh, just opening the box and realizing it?
He's like,
He would recognize this is.
I open the box like the N64 kid, only get real disappointed when I open it.
Yeah.
yeah, it's like getting a toy on Christmas, but no batteries.
Exactly.
Oh.
But
Worst
I mean, the amount that are in there are probably, I mean, countless. The box is full of them, and you have no idea exactly how many are in here.
What are those
See if the guy
worth?
can do something with it.
So now we're just gonna flood the gem market with moonstone gems.
As you look inside the box, and you just get, ultimately disappointed. You kind of just probably shove it away. Corfu looks inside of it and just, oh, hey, that's quite a lot actually. Were you wanting to sell this then?
Yes.
I'm kind of snickering. He was hoping it would go on the mall.
Yeah, I was hoping it was gonna get like the actual ore, but could I rhinestone my mall with moonstone gems?
you
dazzle it?
absolutely could, and you would still have plenty of other moonstones available
Oh god.
Oh, God.
for sale.
Are you gonna bedazzle your armor? Oh, you don't wear armor. Are you gonna bedazzle your loincloth? I just assume that's what
Gems
you
are
wear.
true.
Moonstone nipple
So,
piercings.
for context,
Tassels.
there are probably maybe like 100 gems in here. Each one is worth 50 gold pieces.
Oh, so we should
Do they
stop
do
talking
anything, or are
shit.
they just a gem?
They're gems.
So,
While they're
I know
figuring this out.
we were able to put a few of them on my mall before, and that gave me that allowed me to cast light on my mall.
Hmm.
Would we get anything more if we added more to it?
Yeah, so you asked that, and then Corfu looks at it. Well, I can do a bit with some of the ones you provided, but after a certain point, it's kind of, it's not exactly diminishing returns, but it doesn't exactly have the same efficacy as, say, I don't know, just the number that you've got right now. So, ultimately, I would say you're probably at... I can work with the ones you've given me, but all of these extra ones that are in this box, that would just be overkill.
I still want the moon nipple
Okay.
tassels.
Were any of the moonstone gems usable for like the magic tattoos and stuff?
I don't believe so.
I don't think so either.
Yeah.
Like what? Crushing them down to fine dust and putting it in the ink?
Right. Well, so we do have magical gem tattoos where you do have where you can take gems and do just that.
I'm sending it to them right now.
Okay.
Because they probably haven't seen it.
I think you
but yeah.
pinned it in the Discord.
I think so too.
Yeah.
Moonstone is not among that list though.
Can they be used in place of diamonds for spellcasting?
I can't do that, but I can trade them out for diamonds if you want. I have a pretty healthy stock. I like to consume them from time to time.
Notice that?
Consume them?
Yeah.
I wouldn't have told him.
You didn't tell him, did you?
No, it's way more fun that way. Hence the handshake.
Well, you saw the transformation back there. That wasn't quite to full form. You guys have met Fire Genie. Were they with you for that?
No.
No.
Or the water.
Oh man,
You guys missed out on my
We
candy.
joined up and we've just done a drive around the continent for the most part.
Flyby, you might say.
We did fly across the continent from Cowl up to.
Yeah.
I mean, that was a gift from the gracious one, but we
Yeah.
didn't actually get to see her. She's
Which-
indisposed.
I did hear word that there's a trade route opening up in Istoria for me.
Just for you.
So thank you for that.
Oh, yeah.
It's actually part of the reason why I've been busy making some wares. I haven't sent my first shipment yet or anything, so I figured, give you guys the option before I send off my first batch of just magical items. So, but anyway, getting back to it. So to you two newcomers, allow me to properly introduce myself. I am Corfer the Luxurious, and I am a Dow, or for those unaccompanied or unfamiliar, an Earth Genie.
I didn't know
Makes
he was
sense.
open with that information.
Well, I'm not.
He's
Okay.
got a very Maui feel to him from yeah. What can I say except you're welcome?
I mean, I feel like he trusts us because we protected the Oni.
You've done quite a lot for me.
That's fair.
And yes, that.
So I'm guessing.
You also evidently dealt with my fire genie brethren, who evidently was an asshole. So there's that too.
Surprise, right?
The water one wasn't
Not
much better.
terribly.
You could
Also
say
not
he's a
surprising.
fiery temper.
Yeah. Most Dow are not known for their temper either, but
I'll say
I
you're-
like to make a place for myself here among amicable people and turn a bit of a profit, make myself a nice home.
You are pretty down to earth.
Grounded, you would say.
Down to earth.
Oh.
Okay, that one is the inspiration.
Damn it.
Those are both good
Close.
though.
Close.
I don't even go fishing anymore. It's
Each
just
one
fun.
of you get
Yeah.
a single platinum piece.
What? Okay.
One plat.
Speaking of items, if you don't if you have an interest in these, by all means, I'm willing to trade them for you. If it's not something you're really interested in, I could find somebody else too. It's not a big deal. The pistols and the musket.
Firearms, yeah. It's not really my bag, but I can buy them from you if you want.
What are you thinking for the amount?
500 for each pistol, 1,000 for the musket. I mean, they're not magical, right?
Correct. No.
Okay,
No, they're
then
just-
yeah, that price remains the same.
The last time I sold them, I think that's what I got, and I didn't know what they were.
That's fair. Yeah, we'll take it. I mean, we'll take it.
Cool, I'll melt them down.
And then as far as the Moonstone gems go, essentially just give him as many as needed to improve them all, and then we can just either sell the rest or trade for other gems as needed.
He looks at him. All right. Well, given how many you've got here, which are quite a few, I think what I can do is knock off probably, honestly, most of the price, and you'd still have 2,000 gold pieces worth of gems if you want to keep them or sell them to me.
Okay. Does that sound good to everybody?
Do it. Because that's also using the ore to upgrade it, yeah?
Absolutely, yeah. I mean, you got all the materials. It's just my work.
Yeah, these are the gems. It's not the ore, so it's like more of like a minor or like side upgrade for them all, rather than like.
Well, no,
actually
he's
improving it.
taking your ore as well, and then this is like payment for him upgrading them all.
Oh yeah, I do have the chunk of ore.
Yeah.
As well to go with them. So.
I got an idea about
yeah.
that. It's not enough to really augment the top of it, but I think I can add a
Counterweight?
pretty neat counterweight to the bottom that might allow you to do something a little extra.
Okay. All right.
If you
So,
give me
okay.
probably I'd say till tomorrow, I can get it done.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah, and then I guess you said, does anybody object to me just selling the rest of them for that 2K gold, or
No.
No.
no?
Nope. Did you want to put that in party funds, or did you want to have it for yourself? I'm totally okay with you having it for yourself since it was your prize.
Yeah, technically it was my gift from Jack.
Yeah.
I put my
I guess-
12K in the pot.
I mean, I guess I'll put the 2K in my funds for right now, but I'm not opposed to like sharing it if needed.
We are fine.
So,
You take
okay.
that 2K, sir.
While they're haggling, I'm gonna peruse and see if there's anything that I may be interested in.
Sure.
Whatever.
So yeah, so his magic item shop has a lot on display. But if there's any particular magic item you're looking for, that probably would be the better avenue to pursue.
Ring of protection.
Yeah.
Does he have a cloak of displacement?
He does. We actually think we may have mentioned that before, but yes, he does. So yeah, ring of protections. Yeah, you'll kind of look over. There's a selection of rings. Each one formed a little differently than the others, but you do find one that you recognize. Yeah, it does look like a ring of protection.
So I tug on Rin's robe and I jingle my bag of coin and I point to the ring. I'm like, repurpose?
Do you hear that, Em?
I did. Sorry, it took me a second to get to the mute button.
Ah, you're good.
Repurpose? You mean you want it?
Yes.
You can have it.
So I give her the gold and then I pick up the ring.
Okay. So ring of protection runs. Where is it? 3,500 gold pieces.
Not knowing how money works,
Hmm.
I assume that the deal's done and
How much do you give her then?
my bag of gold, which was 5.
500 gold pieces. Okay.
Yeah.
That's okay. I would like to. Wow. Did I see where he got the money from? Like where he pulled out his coin from?
Oh, yeah, sure. It's not like a hidden thing. My backpack just has arms that come out and give me the things I want.
Ah, there you go.
Oh,
Little
that's
clampy
way
arms.
harder.
Huh? What'd she say?
Are you trying to rob him?
I think she's
No,
trying
I'm
to
give him his
Robin
money
Hood.
back.
She's trying to Robin Hood him.
I see.
I mean, you could always just like hand it to
little bit on
Tonk if you
everything.
wanted to.
Nothing too bad, but
Oh, you know what I'm gonna do? I'm gonna take out 2 gold pieces, and I'm gonna give it back the bag, and I'll be like, you gave me too much. Here.
Oh, okay. What? Yeah, alright, I'll take it back. And little arm pops out of my backpack and then takes the gold and shoves it in there and a door slams shut.
You just cuckoo clock your backpack?
Yeah, dude, it's a whole, like, machine shop.
Alright.
Hey, really quick, not to like interrupt anyone, but
they're fine.
there was a bag of holding that was available from Course River, right? Do we ever? No one else bought that, right?
No, I thought we were looking at buying it as a group.
Yeah,
Second
no,
one.
I've made some. Yeah.
And then, how much was that cloak of disposal?
Okay. That was the 2K gold, so I'll just take the bag of holding in exchange for the rest of the gems.
Okay. Yep, you got it. Cloak of displacement is 10,000 gold pieces.
That requires attunement, doesn't
What's
it?
that do, don't it?
Believe so.
What's that do?
Makes him a little harder to hit,
Evasion, right?
more or less.
Okay.
But like evasion for attacks.
Oh.
Hang on. Do you have it pulled up or no?
I did.
Causing any creature to have disadvantage on attack rolls against you. If you take damage, the property ceases to function until the start of your next turn.
Yeah.
Oh, this is
So
pretty nice.
AOE kind of fucks you, but
Does require attunement. Yeah.
and I assume that
Also
so-
suppressed while you're incapacitated, restrained, or otherwise unable to move.
Yeah. I assume that sword I got from him will require attunement. No? You guys always complain about me dying.
Yeah, that's fair.
Ooh,
Although we have a lot of frontliners now.
I have a solid question you might have to do a little bit of quick research on. So my artificer infusions, I can attune to 4 of those things. Does that eat up my ability to attune to other magical items that are like purchased or found?
Like, do they take as
Yes.
attunement slots?
Yeah?
Yep.
Okay. So then that ring of protection does me no good until I can get another slot for...
It's almost positive anyway. I'll double check, but I'm pretty sure that's the case because I think that even though you're infusing the item, you're still required to attune to it.
Right.
Alright. Well, I'm good. I can finish. We can retcon into this stuff later.
Yeah.
I'm fine. Like, as far as.
Well, I
if
mean,
we-
I'll just be unknowingly... I'll just hold on to it because eventually when I level up,
Oh.
I'll get another...
That wasn't attacking you. I was talking about, like, whether or not I want to, like, do a cloak and stuff
Oh.
like that.
Oh.
Now, what I thought was correct, but if the item requires attunement, you can attune yourself to it instantly when you infuse the item, which is a neat thing to do.
Yeah.
If you decide to attune to the item later, you must do so using the normal attunement process. So it's when you infuse it, you can instantly attune to it. That's kind of neat. But yeah, it does require attunement.
My slots, yeah.
So even though you can make 4, you can only use 3 of them.
Yeah.
Because I don't think there's a way to get an extra attunement slot, is there?
By leveling up.
For him.
Yes,
Okay.
you can get up to 5, I think.
I think it's like 6 or something. It might go up to 8.
Okay.
Artificers get kind of ridiculous.
Yeah, like I said, I mean, we can. I figure we can retcon that if I decide to get a cloak, or if we decide to get one. But 10k is a lot,
Correct.
and
I-
we
I-
already did a lot for the sword.
I would like to swap out my billowing cape for a cape of protection.
What is a billowing cape?
It billows.
It does.
That's it.
On
Yeah.
command.
That's it.
Yes. That's why I do my fleshy moves that I've never done, actually. So
You probably just remembered you had now.
I remember it every once in a while, like in inopportune moments.
Wow. Mid-fight, billow.
Yep.
Hey, Corfer.
Corfer?
Corfer?
Oh, sorry.
I was
You're
gonna say, you're Corfer.
Yep. Yeah? Yeah.
Just making sure you're still in the room. Do you have something that potentially could protect against magical locating or following?
Oh, yeah, absolutely. What were you looking for exactly? I have a couple items. One that's more expensive than another.
Well, what are the 2 options? I
Ah.
found the one on there to me, so if you want to
Oh,
look
yeah,
at
yeah.
the other one, that's fine.
For sure. Well, one of them is a homebrew item, which would be why that doesn't come up normally. Yeah. So, was it Ring of Mind Shielding? I think it's one of them. That's what you're thinking about?
Amulet proof against detection and location.
Oh, that one.
Is that not the same thing though? I basically am trying to counteract what's his nuts from scrying on us.
Yeah, no, for sure. You don't want Master Varga looking at you. Which is
Correct.
fair, because that's creepy.
Yes.
Looking at us, that's kind of like creepy stalkerish.
Yes.
True.
Used to cut it out.
I have my
Sure,
suspicions he may have just destroyed a book.
Let me find it, because I did homebrew an item. But did I call it an amulet? What the hell did I call it?
Gobulet. Arbulator.
No, that's it. Okay, found it. So I made a very rare version of it. So he has the back to character. Yeah, I've got this amulet that will provide you some sort of, we'll say, refuge from divination magic. You can't be perceived by magical, or you can't be targeted by things such as magic or perceived from magical sensors. But I also do have another one, kind of a more powerful version of that, that also allows you to keep your thoughts hidden to yourself, should you so choose.
Oh.
That one, though, is, well, it's something of unique design. Not one of my own, I'll admit, but one that I've been given the ability to construct.
How much are both of them?
Well, the first one, which, that's not quite as expensive. That one, while still expensive, costs 10,000 gold pieces on its own.
Okay.
The other one is, well, it might sound pretty hefty. It's 26,000 gold pieces.
And do these just protect the wearer, or is there like a radius?
It is just the wearer, yeah.
Just the wearer. Okay. Then I thought that might be the case.
Mm.
We have no idea who he's spying on. I'll think it over, but definitely talk to the rest of the group and see what everybody else wants.
Okay. rest of the group.
I want a cloak of protection. I'm
Okay.
taking it. I mean, buying it, obviously.
Right. Yeah, I mean, if you want to try and rob him, you guys are more than welcome to try.
I'm gonna stand over here.
Okay, that'll be 3,500 gold pieces.
Okay. Do you have any interest in this? It's a pretty cheap gimmick, I know.
It is a billowy item, though.
It can make you look magnificent. It's just
More luxurious than magnificent.
it can make you lovely.
I'll be honest, it does look nice. I'll give you 100 gold pieces for it.
That is more than fair.
What is it that you trade?
This is a cloak of billowing. Like it literally just billows.
Yeah.
Something I put on when I got character creation.
It's basically a minor enchantment, but yeah,
Yeah.
it looks nice.
Funny.
Anything anybody else is interested in?
I just want 300 gold worth of diamonds.
Oh, okay.
Or
Yeah,
one
sure.
diamond worth 300. It doesn't matter.
What do you prefer?
One's probably easier to pull out.
That's fair.
You know.
I've got many, though, if you need something that's more expensive or less. Or dust, for that matter.
Just the one diamond.
Okay.
Just in case somebody dies.
If, I understand. If your party does want dust, for example, I've got that too. Or I can make some. Doesn't take me much time.
He just.
So, you set down the gold pieces, he just sets down a diamond. Seems like he reaches in his pocket, just sets one on the countertop.
I'll trade in the regular chainmail I have if he wants it.
That looks... Yeah, I can
Probably like
sell
five
it in the town. Not a problem.
Okay.
But everything I do, it just brings.
Oh, is this the amulet of the hidden that was a 26k?
Yes.
I didn't even think about amulets. I'm just reading through them.
What else you got? Or what else can I provide for you?
I think
Answers of the universe.
since I'm assuming that cemetery you gave me is gonna be. I was really hoping it was gonna be a pointy one. Is gonna be probably a bit better than what I had. I was thinking about selling this Akron. Did I get the Akron sword from him?
You did not. No. You got that in one of your early... I think it may have been the Hag's Cave.
Either way, this has served me pretty well, but I think it's time for it to find a new home.
Features and traits, and then.
Because none of these guys can use
fuse
it
items.
or
If
want
you
to.
want, you could hold on to it too.
It's
It's-
being dumb.
you don't have to make that choice, but if you'd like to sell it, I'll be happy to buy it.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. I think
I'm trying to see what levels
I
I
don't
get.
think we'll fight anything that frost damage is bad for. Oh, okay.
Probably not. If I had to guess. I mean, there might be something, but
Oh, okay. I'll hold on to it for this moment, and then we can, like I said, we can retcon it if necessary.
if you do want to sell it eventually, though, just let me know. That way, there's a thread in the future.
Yeah. Because I'm still interested in that displacement. All right. What's our plan? Like, kind of out of character. What's our plan after Corfers? Are we doing more in town, or is this finishing up our 6-month jump for the second episode of a jump in a row?
I would like to talk to the Institute in town and see if they were able to find anything about dragons.
Ah,
We
yeah.
also gave her, we also asked her to look up any information she could find about your hag.
Okay.
And then if you guys want to, we can check in with the sheriff and see if there's been any shenanigans in town that you want to get into some
Do this
scuffles.
up to level 10, then you get more 215 and 2 more 18.
Okay, cool. Thank you.
You guys all hear that?
The sheriff
Nah,
of Milvane.
researching stuff.
Yeah.
Well, right, but before that, there was also another stop to be made.
I am fine with anything.
The Krusegrove Institute, which you guys have not been to, so you'll get to learn about it.
And we get to
Sure.
meet our
What is that?
demi friend.
You'll find
I
out.
mean, I've already kind of searched their selection pretty closely for what I was looking for. Although now I have more info, so I could look up that name.
True, and we can talk to our friend if she's in to see what she found out about the.
Well, the girl I still totally don't fully trust. Great, that one.
Yeah.
Who?
The half
hag.
Huh? Oh, her. Thought you meant somebody else.
Agatha. Oh, Christy.
I mean, I don't really want to talk to Harley unless we have to.
What? Oh yeah, we do need to go to the college. I think your friend is there.
Harley's at the college? That'd be weird.
She's not.
I don't know.
It's also not a college. It's an institute. It's different.
It offers certificates, not degrees.
I mean,
You're not wrong. We just don't like it.
yeah.
All right, but yeah, let's do the things.
Yes. All right. So, which place first then? I think there's a couple.
We could run into the sheriff on the way to the institute.
That's fair.
Good. Oh, voices in the sky. What are your preferences?
Well, I think it's a sunny day. There is no clouds. There's no thunder or rumbling, so it's just silence. But that gets it.
The clouds open.
I don't care where we go. Whatever makes the most logical sense.
Okay, we're gonna go to the sheriff first.
I feel like this 6 month jump in ahead has not been a 6 month jump ahead.
We're partially there.
I mean, 2 sessions for 6 months is a good amount of time, you know? That's fair. So, as the party goes to the sheriff.
Yes.
Sheriff
Okay.
Milvain.
All right. Yeah. So,
We're going to see Thanos.
What?
you do not go see that.
She's got like
She does have a golem, that's true. So,
she has a power glove.
yeah, as you go to the Timber Rock Barracks, you once again find yourself standing in front of the 3-story stone building built from a former military outpost. Retrofitted after the town's municipal building was completed, the building's interior has oak flooring and much furniture inside. As you walk in, you find that, again, the first floor has that kind of greeting area with a very large, tall standing desk, person sitting behind it, rather. You see kind of an average-looking man, brown tousled hair, bit of scruff, kind of leans over the desk. Yeah, what's your business?
We're here for the sheriff of Nottingham. We're here for the sheriff. We want to stop by and say hey to her. It's been a minute.
All right. What's your names?
Moonstone Guard.
Okay. And does she have an appointment with you?
We were doing some work on her behalf.
Oh, that was out of character. Wasn't that a secret? Not secret, but like under.
I don't have any notes here about
Just
existing business
let her
with the
know.
sheriff.
Let her know we're here. She'll be happy to see us.
All right, wait here. You see him kind of hop down from the desk and walk back behind some doors. A bit of muffled chatter behind a pair of. So there's 2 doors operating up on both sides of the desk. You see him kind of walk back in through one of them. All right. Someone's going up to check. If you don't mind, just have a seat. Benches.
A little grabber arm comes out of my backpack and it has a white glove on it, and it streaks across one of the desks and does this number.
Surprisingly clean, yeah.
Yeah, it's clean. It'll pass.
Hey, keep your hands to yourself. All of them.
Sorry, here's the thing about cleanliness. It's programming.
We keep a tight ship here at the Timber Rock Barracks.
Do they?
Oh yeah, it's squeaky.
After probably about a good 5 minutes or so of you guys just waiting there, kind of sitting and kind of chatting amongst yourselves, you see occasionally people walk in and out.
you hear the doors kind of burst open, and you hear a very loud, "Attention on deck!" You see the man behind the desk just stand up. So you both see a woman with this kind of salt and pepper. Well, it's black hair tied back tight with a few gray streaks in it. She's wearing this pristine armor, and the one thing that you note more so than anything, the colors. I should include that. Kind of green and silver look to it. But the one thing you note about her that's different than any of the kind of other town guards you've seen is she has a gauntlet on one of her hands that has this kind of huge gem embedded on the center of it. But as she walks forward, you see her kind of address the party with this kind of very stern expression. "Good to see you back. It's been a bit."
Yeah, it's been an interesting time.
"So, what brings you back to Milvain?" She kind of looks over the group. "You have two new people. Let me introduce myself. I'm Seraphine. I'm the sheriff of Milvain. Your names?"
Druk.
I stand up and do the salute thing and say Ward.
Alright.
But like I mimic almost like precisely the way the one guy did when he was told to stand at attention.
Interesting. I haven't seen many Warforged. Didn't know you actually existed. Daruk, good to meet you.
Nice to meet you.
And Ward, you too. So, people that I've already had the dealings with.
Sorry.
They come in threes.
Hi, Sheriff. It's good to see you again.
Good to see you too, Ren. Always a pleasure.
We're just stopping in, doing the rounds and pick up some items and finish up a couple errands and bring these back. And thought we'd check in and see how things have been going on your end and if there was any updates or anything that you needed us to help with regards to, our red letter assignments.
Believe the activity around that, we'll say, area has come to an end.
Oh, good.
Thankfully. So, I would say that there was a person of interest that has since left the town, or whereabouts unknown at the very least. So, the good news is that they're no longer a problem, at least for us.
What you know, Sheriff?
I couldn't hear that.
That is very interesting. It's good to know, Sheriff.
Don't imagine you have anything to do with that?
Not at all.
Oh, we definitely wouldn't have anything to do with anything.
You have been gone for some time, so I imagine that likely is the case.
Yeah, have you heard about our most recent conquest?
I did from Corfer that there was some sort of trade routes open up in Tau, which may have resulted in some people making themselves known there.
Yeah, it did. We're kind of a big deal now.
I'm sure. They may appreciate that kind of showboaty attitude, but I don't.
Well, that's understandable, Sheriff, but we'll be in town for maybe a little bit, so if there's anything that you need, we're happy to help out, as always. We like to kind of consider this place a home base a little bit.
That's good. Adventurers like yourselves are hard to find. But if you don't mind, I have work that I'm still needing to do, so I am glad you're all back in your home. She kind of clicks the back of her heels. Then she does a quick left turn, walks back up the stairs, and heads back behind the doors.
The way we came here, I would have expected her to like you guys.
She does. Enough.
That is her version of I like you.
Oh,
Right.
okay.
Right to meet her on a bad day.
You kind of look at the guy behind the desk. He's nodding in agreement.
Because actually, she was much nicer this time, I really feel. I almost saw like a neutral expression instead of just dour. Murderous.
See, the guy kind of like leans to the desk. I've never seen her that happy before. Sorry, I hit an accent. I've never seen her that happy before.
Yeah. It's
Let me
crazy,
see
right?
if I can do something real quick. Performance check to exactly mimic that guy and what he just did.
Of the leaning, or
Yeah, leaning
Okay.
and his accent and everything.
Okay, sure.
Can't see that dice. Is that a 15 or a 19? It's 15. Performance. Oh, plus 1. So 16.
Okay. What do you say then?
Like I mimic him exactly, almost like a parrot does.
No, okay.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But
Kind of looks.
like his movements and everything.
I don't think I've ever seen him do that before.
I feel like he's still finding himself, so I take it as flattery. I think he.
Thanks. I need to get back to work. Sorry, just scribbling down on the desk.
We know you're not writing anything, actually.
Steve, just this kind of
I
continues.
hope her mood stays bright for your guys' sake today. Have a good one.
Roll 2.
We know you're still not doing anything.
Obey the law.
Stop right there, Krusegrove.
It's been a while since I've seen a good brawl. On to the Institute now?
In our horse and our carriage.
To the Institute.
That's the way to leave town.
The books and learning places.
We'll take the cart.
There you go. So you swing by the Copper Rose to pick up the horse and carts. Oh my god, I forgot the horse's name.
Jasper.
Jasper and
Ruby.
and
Ruby.
There you go. Thank you. It's like they're both gems.
I even actually remember them this week.
Well done.
Yeah.
Except, screw you, I'm taking my bull. I'm gonna ride my bull.
You have a bull?
I can
Yeah,
make a
he
bull.
has a bowl. He
Yeah.
got that bowl last game. Me and Christian were here.
Fine steed.
Yeah,
Mhm.
I have a fine steed, so I'll make the bull.
Okay.
To be extra.
Yeah. So, as you ride up to the Krusegrove Institute, so you guys have heard this by name, but not really familiar with the place. It's kind of in this larger, kind of more like well-to-do section of town. And as you head up these stone steps, you eventually see this very large institution. It is a 2-story stone and timber building with a stone walkway leading to the main entrance. As you walk up to it, you enter this large foyer, 2 wings branching off of it. As you are walking up, you see 4 towers coming off of the building as you're kind of riding up, and this immense expansive grove of trees behind it that actually extends all the way out to the city walls. And as you're walking up, you can't help but notice that the architecture in this building is, I mean, it's different from the rest of the town in the sense that it has a learned institution's appearance to it. These beautiful shingled roofs with very high ceilings. And you can definitely tell that this is the place where knowledge is both cultivated and enhanced. So, while walking up into the main foyer area, you see these 15-foot tall ceilings with this beautifully carved walnut woodwork and archways stretching upward into this expansive foyer. 2 large wooden arched doorways lead into the 2 halls that lead out directly in front of you and one off to your right. A pair of stone archways leading to stairs to your left. Near that, you see a beautifully carved wooden desk beside 2 stairwells where a half-elf man sits behind it. He's kind of as attendant, and you see that there are a number of kind of people just kind of standing, congregating, talking amongst each other within the foyer, moving about. This place is, well, not unlike a college, an institution of higher learning.
But you kind of see the one desk where Half-Elf-Man sits. It looks more expectantly. He has these kind of more scholarly robes, but more befitting of somebody working as the staff versus student or anyone attending.
I immediately start grabbing books. On books, if there's books on shelves and stuff.
There aren't within the main foyer area.
Oh no. Okay.
Yeah. It's mostly just like kind of meeting area, congregating, talking.
Oh okay.
No books can really be found within like any sort of bookshelves or anything. But you do see that there are a number of individuals kind of standing there, and they have books with themselves. They're kind of all here for learning.
Okay.
Do you just start taking them from the people?
Yep.
Okay.
I just walk up to them big and not menacing,
Yeah.
and no intent, but yeah, if they have them like this, I'm just like sliding them off the top from each of them.
Excuse me. At that point, you kind of hear a couple people start picking up in terms of everyone getting a little louder at somebody just taking their books. No, that's mine.
I sit on the floor like right next to them, and I just start pouring through it, like as much and as fast as I can.
Is this your construct? What's he doing with my books?
He's not a construct, actually. He's a bit more. Sorry, he's still trying to find himself. He's trying to find knowledge.
You better not damage that.
Oh, he's very careful.
I want my books back. She's kind of like half-elven woman, just kind of start to take some of the books that you've set down as you
The ones I'm not holding.
glaze through them. Yeah. You then see the half-elven man kind of get up from the desk. Those that are kind of watching this situation kind of unfolding. He kind of walks up. Excuse me. That's not yours. Those were the students, and I would appreciate if you returned them.
Does he try to take it from me?
He reaches down.
I squeeze it.
He holds on the book and just kind of. If you let go, please.
We do a little tussle and it slips.
Yeah, it's not your book.
Lenny,
Thank
let
you.
it go.
It's back. Here, sorry.
Sad R2D2 noises.
I'll walk over to Ward and she'll be like, Ward, we'll find you a book. But these are their books. We'll find you a book that you can read.
Can I help you, Walt?
Yeah, is Anya base here?
Anubis is here, yes.
Could you tell her that the Moonstone Guard would like to check in with her? You could specifically say that Rin, Gadir, Dorgirin, and Remy are here.
If you wait here, please, and do not disturb the students.
You got it. He's just really into learning.
Thank you. Walks away a little hurriedly towards kind of the back section of this institute.
He's like, I gotta get these people out of here.
After a few minutes, you guys just kind of hanging out there in the foyer. The four of you recognize a woman standing behind the half-elf man as he's kind of running up back to his desk. Hurriedly walking. And you see a Furlbog, full on standing, head above him, walking up. She has this short, wavy, gray hair, brown eyes, this kind of like gray skin, standing 7'8", so well above that man. It's kind of beefy build to her, soft, round face. She walks up. Oh, it's good to see you all again. And you have new friends. Welcome to the Krusegrove Institute. I am Anya Bias. I am the arboriculturist of the institute. Welcome.
Daruk, nice to meet you.
Nice to meet you as well.
Arboriculturist.
Plant science?
Plant science?
Yes.
Okay, cool. That's what I thought.
My speciality is the grove.
Okay. So, Ward, upon hearing the word arboriculturist, immediately pings, and he pulls out of his pack the vials of the multicolored bushes and berries, and he just kind of he has 3 of them.
Oh,
he holds them forward for her to take.
Samples. Wonderful.
Yeah.
I'll take a look at those for you. Sure.
Great purpose.
Great purpose indeed. She kind of tucks them into one of her pockets. Well, what brings you all back?
Was it the business at Farrowfall? Is everything okay there?
Oh, Fairfall is good.
Yeah, we took care of that, and the undead wood underneath. We burned that.
Oh, good.
Those are from Formire. Those samples, they're from north of Formire.
You've been up that far north. Interesting. She kind of takes one out of her pocket again and starts looking at it.
Yeah, they shift.
Also the out of character, by the way. Also the vial of the like the tainted soil that I got.
Oh, okay. Yeah.
Yeah, they were shifting.
Kind of shakes a little bit. Not any longer. That's a shame. Love live samples, but I might be able to grow something.
You never know where it might lead. Just saying.
No, yeah. We brought a present. Now be
So,
nice.
anything else you all were you bringing me a present? That was it? She keeps on spinning it and looking around at the leaves.
Oh, just wanted to also check in and see if you had made any headway on your research about dragons, or I know
See her pick
you
up.
might have been looking.
Dragons, right, yes. Just
Yeah.
quickly shoves the vial back into her pocket. Yes. You all should come with me. I have a friend you may want to meet.
Okay.
She kind of scoops up Rin with one of her arms and almost picks you off the ground briefly before she realizes, oh, right, smaller person. And kind of picks you back.
Rin's just giggling and trying to keep pace.
Puts you back down again. Sorry. Here, you'll want to speak to Archivist Ishora. Urshora. Always get that wrong. He almost scolds me over it. She kind of just keeps on leading you that way, leading you into the Institute. And she eventually brings you hurriedly into what looks like this giant, as you would appreciate, library. A long and wide one with candelabras hanging from the ceiling as the halls echo with sound of your footsteps and murmurs from the studying and those performing research within the area. 2 stories of bookshelves line the far sides, and tall windows provide ample lighting to everything inside the area. On the far end, a stone stairwell leads to a small landing before heading up into what looks like some sort of tower off on the far end of the Institute. But as she pulls you in, Rin, and everyone kind of follows in tow, you see her basically looking down each one of these kind of small little, they're kind of short or not alleys, but aisles of bookshelves. Before she eventually lands in one, and you see her immediately turn in, like almost sweeping Rin behind her.
Poor Rin.
Before she stops abruptly and kind of shoves Rin forward. Archivist Urshora, I would like you to meet Rin Ishara. And she just shoves you towards a male dragonborn. He has blue scales with what seem almost like crystal growths forming and defining the typical dragonborn ridges you see above his eyes. He is 6'6", similarly kind of beefy build, squared face, and you see, despite working in a library, is smoking a pipe.
Oh, rude.
As you see him just...
Pleasure to meet you, Ren. I am Archivist Urshora, Elu Urshora. What brings you to the library?
You see, as best you can tell, he is probably an elderly dragonborn. You don't encounter many too often, but you can just see kind of, the kind of weathered look to the, creases around his eyes and everything.
Oh, hello. Hi. Wow, it's an honor to meet someone of your stature. Hi. I have a vested interest in dragon knowledge and dragon lore, and hoping you might be able to help me with that. I have a friend who's in need of some information.
Well, happy to provide. I've done quite a bit of research most recently at Anya Bias's request.
And you see Anya Bias just kind of give this little nod of appreciation. I'll leave you all to it. Ward, if you don't mind, could you see me later out in the Grove? I'd like to speak more about where you found these.
He just kind of signals, like, little blink.
Right. You see her just kind of walk off.
Vested interest in dragons, you say? Well, I've done quite a bit of research. What would you like to know?
Well, I would love to know anything that you can tell me about where, if there's any indication of where a dragon nowadays might be hiding, if there's anything on that. I guess I can trust you, right?
I certainly hope so. Those within the Institute are those worthy of acquiring and sharing knowledge.
Insight check.
Sure.
11. I'm rolling real bad
He
tonight.
seems trustworthy.
Okay. Maybe.
Perfect. And I have Ashara peek her head out from my collar, and I say, "This is my friend Ashara."
Interesting point. As you try to do that, Ashara is not present.
What? Like, I don't feel her at all?
Yeah, you do the gesture as though you feel her there, but you then look and she's not there.
Can I hear her in my mind?
What do you say?
Are you there?
You hear almost this like distant echo. I'm here.
Oh, you sound really far away. She sounds really far away right now.
I'm sorry, I don't quite understand.
Let me back up. I was trying to show you. I guess you could say soulbound to a dragon, and I
You see his
kind of.
his eyes open up a bit wide at that notion.
I'm sorry. I must have misheard you. Could you repeat yourself?
I said I guess for lack of a better word, I am soulbound to a dragon.
I see.
Her name's Ashara, and I can kind of summon her essence in a pseudo dragon form, but for some reason she can't appear right now, and I can still hear her in my head, but she sounds a little far away. I'm guessing there's some kind of magical ward or something here.
We have some magical wards, yes, but that shouldn't prevent any sort of soul bonding. Did something happen recently to her?
I mean, recently? No, but she did bring me back from the dead.
I see.
I really need to find her body.
I understand. Well, I have some news about, you said you were looking for places where dragons may hide.
Yeah.
There was, one record that I found of a prison that held a dragon of ancient, if not even older, age. Back in the Istorian Foundation, the origin mythos. Whether or not this is true is yet to be determined. But
I will take it. I will take it.
story goes that dragons once roamed this land, and when the gods came to Istoria to provide order, they were given a choice. Either banishment or refuge. Those that were banished, most of them were, as far as I could determine, destroyed. Those that were offered refuge were given a place, a sanctuary, to live out their days as they saw fit. That place, unfortunately, was not detailed within the tomes and texts that I found. But there were some that were rumored to find their own refuge, their own sanctuary within a place that they deemed so fit. Some called this a prison. Some called this a safe house, a place to bed the coming storm. I don't know exactly if this was one or the other, but there was rumor that there was one within the Torrendine Woods. That is where you must go if you wish to find more information.
Everything's leading to these woods, I feel like.
So, as
Not everything, but
she's having her little psychic conversation, Ward's face is buried in
Well,
a
he's
book.
talking to her straight on.
Oh, really? Oh,
Yeah.
yeah, that's right. She's not having
Right.
this. Okay.
Yeah.
How is there? Oh, go ahead. Sorry.
So-
I'm pulling on her robe, and I have a book. My face is buried into it. And as I'm pulling on her robe, I say, "Did you know the chicken is the closest living relative to the Tyrannosaurus rex? Many birds kept as pets, including doves, parakeets, and lovebirds, enjoy living in pairs for companionship. The smallest bird belongs to a hummingbird and is the size of a pea." And I just keep on listing facts straight from the book.
Lord, thank you so much. Can you tell me about this later? Or, you know who I would love to hear about chickens? George Aaron.
For the record, Rainier was already glaring at you, assuming it was coming his way.
So yeah, I turned the page, and then I turned
You walk over to
George
Gear
Aaron.
and you start listing stuff off
Yeah.
again.
There are about 10,000 known bird species.
So as Ward just keeps, like, provides us almost ambiance of just background
Yeah,
noise.
that's essentially what I was going for.
Yeah. So.
Like, how is so much going on in these woods, and yet nothing seems to be being done about it?
Well, the Torrendine Woods are ancient, and there have been many a dangerous creature within there, so exploring them has been very difficult. It's not unlike the Calgan. The Calgan have a very healthy elven population and remain maintained, but the Torrendine are quite dangerous.
Do we know what was imprisoning this dragon?
There were rumors that either it was a guard, as in the one that keeps the thing inside, or one that keeps things out, of earthen elementals. Those that were instructed, potentially even created by the gods. I don't know if that means that they were meant to keep something in, or if they were meant to keep things out. But that is what the tomes had said.
Rochelle. Didn't they have, like... Did they all have types?
Rin, did you have
Yeah,
any
it
other
was
questions?
Dawn, night, and dusk.
Had you come across anything about the Auroral Isle in your research?
Kind of thinks on it.
No, there was some rumor about there being a sanctuary there, but none that had been explored. Unfortunately, the vast desert that exists around the outside of the island has proven quite difficult to provide exploration efforts into it. But there was rumors of one being in there.
I'm still kind of...
I noticed your eyes kind of bugged out a little bit when I said that I might be so bound to my dragon, and you seem to understand very quickly why I might need to get her a body. Is there anything that I need to be aware of or know? I don't even know how to put her soul into another body. Do I have to oust the other dragon thing? Can I put her in a dead body? How does this work?
You've asked many questions.
Yes.
The soul bonding of mortal with a dragon effectively grants the mortal an extended life, one that could potentially last as long as the dragon's. So, it is done very rarely. Doing so can give the mortal extra abilities beyond just extended life, though, as well. There have been rumored cases that in the event that the mortal perishes, the dragon may give up a portion of its extended life to preserve that of the mortals, but at the cost of its own. If this particular dragon soul that has been bonded to you has given up a portion of itself, then it may have cut its own extended life short in the process. The replacement of one dragon's soul for another in another body, I wouldn't even know where to begin on that sort of procedure, ritual.
Yeah.
I'm sorry.
That's okay. You've been so helpful.
Sounds like necromancy to me.
So you mentioned that a lot of dragons were placed in sanctuaries. Did each dragon have one individual sanctuary, or were a lot of them placed in one place and then a few others found their own?
I believe it was the latter, that many of them were placed within one single sanctuary, if not placed amongst many, but there were few that may have found their own still on Istoria.
Okay.
I believe this place in the Torrentine Woods may be one of them, as well as those on the Arumaru Isle. There may be others even still, but there are no records that we have here on that. Did you have any other questions regarding dragons? I've done quite a bit of research recently.
You wouldn't have any questions on dragons?
Amazing, I think. Oh, yep. Sorry. Don't want to say them.
Check out these tattoos.
I was thinking about doing that, but
You want ink, man?
So, I was mulling on it. He mentioned Earth Ellies, elementals. Should we run that by Corfer on the way out of town?
Did you say that out loud? Loudly?
Well, I mean, I won't use that name, but should we run that by?
say it.
It's too late now, but
I don't believe Corporal would know much about Earth Elementals.
He just has been helpful with magic items.
Yeah.
Make a deception check.
He has been extremely helpful. That's
can
for
I
sure.
help by being like, yeah, he's been really helpful about all kinds of magical things.
you done fucked up, Aaron.
Can I go back to my other dice? These
Nope.
ones suck. 4.
He gives this very raised eyebrow.
That's where I got the sword I'm holding. Or on my hips, because I still have.
Just tell me you have that thing holstered.
Well, yeah.
Okay.
I mean, it's what he's essentially been like our core information on many things magical, like item-wise, specifically, which would make me think he would know more about like elementals or constructs, that kind of thing too.
That makes sense.
I mean, hell, he told me about this and I didn't even know it fully.
Armor?
That magical armor. Like it's kind of how it's made, how does it work, kind of thing. Beyond just what you get when you attach to it.
I see.
So after I finished unloading the last page of bird facts to Dorkmere, I snapped the book closed and I promptly walked over to the guy, and I say, "Trade," and then I pull the book towards me and I hand him the bag of 498 gold.
You wish to buy this book?
Yes. I like birds.
Unfortunately, knowledge here cannot be taken from it, but I appreciate your willingness to pay for it. These books do have to be stored.
He goes to take the book from your hand.
Opposing strength check, because I really like this book.
Okay. Yeah, that's fitting.
Oh
Yeah.
no.
He might be big and strong, but he's still old, so.
Waiting for the old man to pull on it and fall.
What'd you get?
7.
I'm getting this right? 3 and 3 is 6.
Yep. So, you know what? It's totally fitting, because he is an old but still dragonborn beefy dude.
He's taller than me too.
Yeah, that he, takes the book and...
We struggle for a sec and then it slips. No,
Yeah.
sad R2D2 noise.
Yeah.
But do you have enthusiasm for information and knowledge is commendable. Here.
You see him take out this tiny little token and hand it to you.
This is an initiate token. You may peruse the library as long as you like during working hours, and you may sample as much knowledge as you like.
What's it made out of?
It's just this, it's a copper badge on
I TIG weld that bitch to my chest.
Okay. Yeah.
I'm an honorary sheriff.
Only during normal business working hours, though. That is 8 to 4.
And the books stay here.
Yes.
You can't rent
First and
books here.
foremost, you may not take them.
Okay.
How well do you
He-
store the knowledge?
Huh?
How well do you store the knowledge?
That's a good question.
That is a good question. For another time.
Yeah, all right.
I'll have to roll some intelligence checks and
Yeah,
see how well
I think so.
Yeah.
I think I'm gonna take up bird watching.
That's a bird.
Well, we know where we can find a rock, so.
Mm-hmm. If you want to watch that bird, that's the big question, right?
You were threatening it with rocks earlier.
Yeah, rocks.
I was.
Box falling.
So yeah, he registers all that information that is just given about. Like, he understands. He gets
Oh my
it.
God, you're gonna. Never mind.
Yeah, don't give me any ideas.
No, there's something else that'll come up eventually that you're gonna dig. All right, so
We're gonna Lord of the Rings Eagles this.
nope.
Do we need any more dragon facts for today?
Do you?
No, thank you so much. Unless there's anything pertinent otherwise that you think I need to know, I really appreciate your time. It was truly an honor to meet you, and I don't know, Istoria seems really far away right now for some reason, but I hope that you meet us.
Well, I hope your connection remains strong, and that Istoria is okay. Well, I'm back to archiving and research.
You see him kind of eagerly just get back to the books that he had been working on before. So,
Rin looks satisfied, but also very concerned.
yeah, the gummy worms are no longer for Link. His farts have gotten too bad, so feel free
I
to help
thought
us out.
Christian brought these.
Yes!
I thought Christian brought these.
No, no, I didn't.
Oh, no.
No, those are ones that I bought.
Sparks.
Yeah, originally for Link, but yeah, they've gotten horrendous. So
I
I'm
was
like,
like,
okay.
please don't tell me
Good
I just
for
put a
us.
dog treat in my
No,
mouth.
no, 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 no. I brought his training bits back downstairs now, so these are the things he gets like, you know, like a normal dog should, not the spoiled pup that he is.
Okay.
Oh man.
Too much.
I think I did that to Todd when we were in like middle school. I gave him like
Oh no.
gave him like a cookie. Like, this is really good. I was like, that's a dog treat. And he was very happy with me.
Yeah.
Yeah. Can't imagine why.
I remember that.
Yeah.
I remember that because he told me about that because it looked like a vanilla wafer one.
Yeah, it
Yeah.
oh it straight looks like a cookie.
Yeah.
So, what else do you do now?
If he ain't kicking us out of the library and it ain't closing time, I'm pouring through books as many as I can.
It's probably about midday, so you've got hours.
Probably ask somebody where's the what's the word, the scientific the bird
Ornithologist?
section. Ornithology
Oh, okay.
section.
Yeah. All right.
Ornithology section. Yeah.
All right. Right on.
Not go there.
Yeah, you get reference there, and then yeah.
Just stacks and I'm just sitting. And Tonk's just in like rest mode.
Tell you what, make an intelligence check.
All right. I can do that.
I keep forgetting Tonk's with us.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Nobody acknowledges Tonk. Oh God, here we go again. Changing dice after this one.
Well,
At
here's
least I got a good intelligence modifier. 6, 9.
Okay.
did you roll a nat
You
one?
get.
No. I got a 6 plus 3.
We'll say of the bird knowledge that you read through for however long you're reading through it, you retain. We'll say 40% of it.
Okay.
You know, stored in a memory
Basically
brain
until the
successful.
party drags me out or the library closes.
Yeah.
Or if the party's still there and the library is about to close, I'm gathering the party because I'm the new sheriff of the library.
Right. Yeah.
So I think I've learned more about the Torringding Woods since I met you than I have my entire life before that. So
Same.
that seems like the place to go.
You'd probably never heard about it before this party, to be honest.
Yeah, I never cared about it until these last few months.
Yeah.
I'm trying to figure out how I trained up there for years and don't know any of this.
I think you were
went
single-minded.
through it?
I was up in here.
I can't see what you're pointing at.
Oh. The very top of the map, right below the
Hang on.
mountain.
It's near wetlands.
The wetlands.
It's not far.
It's very different in terms of like the aesthetic.
I bet you there's even a difference between the Torrington Woods and the Almighty Misty Thicket.
Oh, very much so. Yeah.
Bog.
The almighty Misty Thicket is a place that is damp and wet
Misty.
and overgrown.
This is innuendo for days.
Oh, it is. Yeah.
Lord doesn't get it.
We have tried so hard to get into the Misty Thicket and just keep shutting us down.
Yeah. You know, it's probably for the best though. There's a lot of danger in the Misty Thicket.
It doesn't always hit you right away. It kind of just sinks in.
Yeah. But
Grows
it sneaks
over,
up on you though.
Grows over time.
And then when it hits you, you're like, I'm never coming back from this.
Yeah, I'm changed forever, really.
Yeah.
I wonder if I can put saddlebags on Tonk.
Okay. Pause for a second. I don't think either of you were there for that encounter.
Nope.
Okay. What happened was in Campaign 1, just a quick aside, the party found a group of slaughtered gnolls in the Misty Thicket, and then through a misunderstanding, they encountered the ancient entity that guards the Misty Thicket, which is a massive treant that was not only just immune to fire damage, but absorbed it.
Oh, nice.
Yeah. So it was rough. And unfortunately ended in the elk, one of the mounts of the party, getting effectively taken away because it decided that it would wanted sanctuary with this creature. Based off of, it was a charisma roll. Just roll off. We'll see what happens. But yeah.
You're talking about herbivores?
I am. Yes. Jake was there. Yeah, and when they encountered it, they saw like gnolls impaled on trees. Like, what the fuck just happened in here?
All right.
Yeah. So,
But we don't know any of that, so we should go there.
That's true.
Right.
Misty Thicket sounds like a great place to be.
It does. But yeah, so the Khmer wetlands, though,
You can smell
tons of undead. So, you know. Yeah. Oh, and bullywugs. No, not bullywugs.
Bullywog.
Oh, God, what's the other frogs?
It starts with the G.
Yeah.
Gipley.
Yes. Is that it?
Yeah.
They're a
the-
race?
Yeah, they're a race.
Yeah, okay.
You said it very
I wanted to play
convincingly.
one for
So
a while. I wanted to play a Gipley ninja.
Yes.
Yes, growing in the Gripply.
oh, that's a lot of sugar. Mountain Dew and Oreos.
No. Grung.
Grunk?
Grunga.
Oh, no.
The
I was like,
grung
that's
in the
not quite
Gripply.
right.
Gripply.
So to the Misty Thicket,
should
yeah.
visit the Misty Thicket at least once.
To the Misty Thicket.
I will try to find Anya, Anyabus,
Okay.
because she wants to know about the plants.
Yeah. So, as the rest of the party, minus Ward, unless Ward sees the party leaving and decides to go with them.
Oh, yeah.
Okay.
Like, yeah, I gotta find.
It's not closing time yet in the library, though. So that's
I think we're
can't
staying-
take any books with me.
correct.
He didn't say anything about transcribing them, did he?
He did not.
Alright. Let's roll to see how much I get.
Make
out
a
of
dex
this-
check.
out of this.
You could give sleight of hand if you're proficient with it.
No, I'm not gonna steal.
No, I know.
Oh, okay.
I mean sleight of hand, like, this is a
Try to,
dexterity check with,
Gotcha.
How quickly you can write, I guess.
yeah.
That makes sense.
If you're proficient with sleight of hand, it effectively is that roll because you're using proficiency bonus plus dexterity. But if you're not, then it'd just be dexterity.
Ooh, that was almost 17. It's not gonna happen.
Okay.
I get the title of the book, so I can remember it next time.
Yeah, you get the title in the forward, and you're like, fuck, that's all I got. Okay. So, as the party heads out into the grove, you see this beautiful grove of like these oak trees that are massively grown, and you see the first few ones noticeably shorter than the others, as you just see this expansive, massive trees. However, passive. Hey, well done. Sorry, I noticed chat. Grung? Hell yeah. The passive perception of the group, 18 being the highest of Daruk. You notice that there is like this kind of what looks like a hovel built within one of the trees, in kind of the very front. And then you kind of look around and you notice that there's these kind of almost like a dugout area beneath each one of them. But the first one is the one you pick up the most, and you see it's kind of sizable in its nature, and it's actually underneath one of the larger trees near the center of this massive grove. Still near the front, but just kind of the center portion.
Okay.
And outside of that kind of like little hovel area, you see Anyabius kind of looking again over this vial, and she kind of she takes out a few petals and kind of like sprinkles them in her hand and kind of looks at them. Before she eventually looks up and, oh, hi. Sorry, this is really fascinating. There's some sort of magic inherent within these petals. I don't understand it. It's almost like the Feywild. It's hard to describe though, because it's still in Istoria. Really
These are the
strange.
plants that
Yeah,
Ward
that-
gave her, right?
Mhm.
That were around
Yeah.
around the
Right,
pool.
right.
What was the name of that place that we found it? It was north of what?
Formire.
Fort Mire.
It was like
Is
up
it
here.
Fort Mire or Four Mire?
Four.
Okay, Four Mire.
Formire.
Crossroads make it work.
Gotcha.
Although the main road does go up like through the area, but then it has a cross section. So hence 4 mile. So you see her kind of just tuck the vials, the petals back into the vial. I may try and make something with this if that's okay. Were these for me?
Yes.
Excellent. Good. I can possibly make some interesting concoctions with them, or even potentially draft them onto a tree. No. That's too risky. There's a lot to be found out about this. So anyway, I'm sorry. I'm in excitement mode.
You said it's like the Feywild? Like,
Yes. So interestingly enough, the petals themselves had this innate magical nature to them. Admittedly, a couple of you know why. I have a connection to that, so this felt very fey to me.
well, there's a reflecting pool, and these are all around it, and apparently that is
Of course.
potentially a portal into the Feywild.
Absolutely. Reflecting pools can be portals to anywhere, potentially. Feywild is the most common one, to be honest. Shadowfell also happens very regularly, though. You'd be surprised about how often it happens. I would say probably 40% Feywild, 40% Shadowfell, 20% of it.
Shadowfell is what we saw in
Pharaohfall.
Pharaohfall,
Yeah,
right?
I remember.
Okay.
Yeah. Nasty affair.
Yeah, it's. Well, I mean, hopefully it heals. I mean, we dealt with the portal and the conduit.
I think that would be enough.
Okay.
Yeah.
So Ward will describe to her pretty much like distance between Feywild to the sanctuary, and then he'll recount as best as he can to her the area where he found the desecrated soil.
Oh, okay.
And anything that he would remember strange about it, like was it all just desecrated soil and nothing around it? Were there bushes around it? The bushes around it were they multicolored, or were they sort of fading on one end and closer to the soil, or not? And then he'll ask her theories.
Well, it sounds like the soil. I
And
haven't
then
been able
Ward
to
notices a bird.
Yeah. So she starts to, detail off things, and she just sees you lose attention, so she eventually shifts. Well, I don't know. She starts just addressing the party entirely. I don't know what happened with the soil quite yet. It looks darkened, not quite desecrated though. Desecrated, it's actually really close to what happened in Pharaohfall. There's this innate necrotic essence that, unfortunately, they had a great experience with. It was kind of permeating the area, creating this kind of malaise. And, from what I understand, it's been stopped, which is good, but the soil that you provided me, it doesn't have that same quality to it. I don't know what it quite is yet, but I still want to do some more research on it. The bushes, though, had this, that innate fey magic to it. So it sounds like, if what I gather is correct, there may be some sort of reflection back into the Feywild. The Feywild, though commonly thought to be just a rainbow of colors, does have areas that may have some sort of reflection of darkness to it. The Feywild is a list of all colors. It's basically everything just kind of turned up, whereas the Shadowfell is kind of everything muted. So, though the Shadowfell is often associated with darkness and malaise, the Feywild can have darkness in it too. It's just
common misconception that it's just, all bright colors and everything. It can be that too. It's just amplified. So, with the area that you found, it sounds like there may be something there that has some sort of connection to the Fae, but it's both light and darkness. It's hard to describe. I don't fully understand it, without being there personally anyway. But that's what I gathered so far from some of these samples. The dirt, I want to dig more into and maybe understand better, but that's, at a glance, that's what it looks like. I've had some time to look it over, but not too much. Now, what it can potentially produce, though, that is yet to be explored. I like to try it within the grove, but I do worry about the trees. We do try and keep a healthy growth cycle here. And, well, I don't know if introducing a foreign element may cause some sort of other effects that we don't really know. So, I want to err on the side of caution for the grove.
That's fair.
But I might be able to work in a separate patch and see what I can do there. If you think it's worthwhile. If not, then I'll hold off.
Whatever you deem. You're the one with specialization here.
Well, I could just as easily work in a pot, but it's the question is, how much do we want to try and work out of this?
I mean, I would assume the more you can work out of it, the more you can understand.
Absolutely.
So whatever you would be comfortable with, honestly, that's on you. You're the expert here. We just brought you the sample.
Well, my primary concern is the grove, but if you'd like me for it to, designate a specific patch to each one, potentially, I can see what I can cultivate out of it.
Yeah, by all means.
Okay, sure.
We do have not as awesome things to talk about. Is this a safe area for you?
Oh, the grove, absolutely. It's the safest place I know.
Okay. In regards to the other parts
What do you mean?
of you?
Oh, maybe we head deeper in the grove for that discussion, if that's okay.
Yeah, by all means.
Good. You know what? It's better just to talk about it out there.
Okay.
She kind of leads you out deeper into the grove, where eventually you just are kind of lost within the trees. You don't really have great sight of the outer wall, and in fact, within kind of the deeper part of the area, you almost get a little lost within it. Not too bad or anything. Can you make an intelligence check? Okay. It takes a moment, and you recognize that there's something kind of throwing you off out here, but then you're able to kind of calibrate against it.
Okay.
Something that feels almost inherent to where your origins are.
Okay. So it's like a buzzing,
Yeah.
slowly creeping up on me.
Exactly. Whereas everyone else kind of gets a little lost. Like, without Anyabius, you might not be able to make it out of the grove.
Whoa.
I'm just gonna follow the birds.
There's a bit of protection magic out here that
That makes sense.
I don't rely on.
It's a little
actually
weird.
really similar to the stuff that exists out in the Calvin Forest. So we can speak freely out here.
Okay.
Amongst your friends.
Yes, we are all of the same purpose. They may be newer than the rest of us, but they understand what's going on.
Should I drop the illusion?
If you want, whatever you're comfortable with, really. She's half hag.
Oh, how do you feel about that?
Not my favorite
Are all
thing.
hags bad?
She drops a little bit of it, and you can see that there's like this kind of like crown of thorns, but it's coming off of the back of her head and circling kind of above her, almost like this like broken thorny halo.
Before you told me she was half hag, I was going to jokingly be like, no matter what it was underneath.
So, like, I mean, I kind of just walk around with my hands always kind of resting on my hips anyway. It kind of twitch a little more tightly as this happens. Just not my favorite. They tell me
Rin glares at Rainier and is just like, pull yourself together, man. I think you're beautiful.
Thank you.
Yeah, Ward has no reason to have a knowledge or fear of the hag. He knows that goblins are bad and poor humans can be bad.
In the briefest moment, you could see like almost these like tiny claws form on her hands, but then they kind of retract back, as though there was like some sort of almost like a poor Photoshop effect where it was, you know, being visible and then not. It's fine. I don't mind kind of keeping it at bay. This part is particularly hard to keep track of, though.
I mean, that's pretty cool. That's sorry, aesthetically pleasing.
Thank you. So, what did you have to talk about?
Did you know that bluebreast goblins?
I'm gonna kind of like step over in front of him to just.
Okay. You mentioned that you were made the way you are and that you escaped.
Sorry.
Do you remember the name of the one who made you?
She kind of you see her get this kind of like sullen look about herself. I do.
Was it Rochelle?
You can see this kind of shiver go down her spine. It was.
Okay.
So you weren't. So you weren't originally part hag or half hag?
Oh, they did
You-
mention
No.
something about how the one.
So
one
hags are not born; they are made.
That's true. I was originally a furball child, but I was captured when I was young, and as I came to understand it, there are ways to both make a hag forcefully, and those that are made when you're still a child, and you're more born at that point. It's hard to describe. For the shortest explanation is that there's a ritual that hags can perform to create another one, which creates a half hag at first, and then you can complete the transformation. There's another ritual where they eat a baby, and then that baby is born a hag and eventually transforms to one on their 13th birthday, I believe. I was partially transformed, but I managed to escape before my transformation was complete, so I'm what's known as a hex blood. I'm halfway.
What is Rochelle's plan? What is she after? Because she seems to be in league with some powerful people.
I know she wanted to make another coven, but
Sounds like she's done that.
Add a character real quick. Can my character roll something with you to see upon hearing that if he can identify with the situation and kind of move his progress bar up to like memory unlock a little bit?
yeah, sure.
All right. What would you like me to roll? Or just a d20 and you guess a number?
I'd say
or something?
intelligence.
Okay. 'Cause I'm doing so great on it.
If there's a memory unlock, then I'll give you.
Okay. That's not bad. 16.
Not enough.
Okay.
So
He was asking about Rochelle.
yeah. So yeah, she's yeah. That's right. You said that she was forming a coven. May have already formed a coven.
We are. I'm starting to feel that she's leading the hive in the woods and is in league with the Shattered and Tosh and.
I mean, Atash we already knew was aligned with the Shattered, but I'm feeling like the Coven in the woods is now more of like a production site for them than anything.
So what was her goal? You said it was just to create a new coven?
I thought so. Yeah. I know that she was in control of the hive at that point, but I don't think she was trying to turn the hive into hags.
What else would she turn them into?
Servants. I don't know if you've encountered the Kritsar before. They're normally
That name's familiar.
They're normally either not benevolent necessarily, but orderly creatures. They're an insectoid race. They often keep to themselves, but
if one was to take command of a hive, then they could use them to whatever ends they wanted.
So,
Effectively an army at your beck and call.
So what we found out is the Shattered have gathered more of the pieces of the cult itself has gathered more of the pieces of the being, and that they now have Atash, a fire genie, under their control on a flask. That's who we went out to the Kartu Desert, into the volcano there, and he was essentially trying to cause an eruption and open a fire portal, kind of like we saw in Farrafall, which turns out was also the Shattered as well.
Let's see.
Which I think there was another piece of the Shattered there. So we're finding out so many things that we're going to have to go into the Torringding Woods to confront her, more than likely. Is there, outside of just the normal rumors, is there anything else do you think you could provide us without causing too much distress that might be helpful, or?
I have some information where the crits are, if that's what you're wanting, in terms of their strengths, weaknesses, that sort of thing. They are hive mind, so if you're wanting to stop the entire hive, then you'll want to stop the queen. The rest of the hive would be able to either, if you kill the queen, the hive descends into either chaos or at least has enough disruption and disorder to be able to potentially do what you need to. I don't know what.
She will die.
That's ultimately the goal, but we're also trying to stop the overall Shattered goal, which they seem to be getting closer and closer to.
That I don't know.
Did you find anything else out about the portal below Farrafall with what you studied?
That portal, while channeling magic from the Shadowfell, I think the interesting thing about it, I think it was the result of something being opened there that created that portal, rather than channeling energy from the Shadowfell into something. There may have been a symbiotic relationship at some point, but I think whatever had been there was released, and then ultimately the energies had just been seeping outward after. Studying the runes, they looked like they were meant to keep something inside that kind of structure within, and whatever it was no longer there at this point.
That would make sense if that was a piece of the being, if that's what it was trying to contain.
Where went after that? Anybody's guess is as good as any other's.
Blanking on anything else.
Rin, maybe?
Ren, you got anything? Or Aaron, for that matter.
Is there anything in particular that you can remember when you made your escape that we need to keep an eye out for? Anything at all would be helpful when we go a storm in the castle.
Well, there are many entry points inside of the hive. If you find one that exits to the surface, keep that one in mind. As far as I know, there are also many chambers within the hive, too. Some are meant strictly to store materials, some are meant to store eggs, and the lowest chambers are meant for the, most dangerous creatures. The hive does sometimes capture creatures from the Torringding Woods, and keep them inside, too.
So is it all roads point to Torringdon?
Do you know anything about like dragons or dragon safe havens in the woods there?
Wasn't there a dragon in
I don't know of any. No, not offhand. I mean, Urshora did mention a couple things about some interesting research in the woods, but he didn't mention many details.
Do you remember anything to do with some earth elementals?
Not that I saw for sand, no.
Obviously, do you know of any weaknesses that Rochelle may have, or affinities that she may have?
She did love to travel back to the Astral Sea. She said she had some sort of island there that she was able to transport back to. Cutting off that access would be good, preventing her from a rapid escape.
How does...
She often also would produce this other form of herself that looked just as much as herself as any other, but it wasn't her. It wasn't an illusion, though, because it could still interact with things and touch things, but...
Like a projection?
Something like that, yes. But it looked just as much as her as anything else.
How do you stop someone from teleporting to another plane?
Arcana check on that question.
There's magic for that.
Yeah, if you want, if you want to make an Arcana check, most certainly may.
Whew. $26.
Yeah, there are many methods to do that. There are certain creatures that can prevent teleportation magic, but also extraplanar outwardly. And there are different spells that can prevent that too. There are certain protective magics that actually you're very well familiar with that would prevent that sort of teleportation or interplanetary travel.
So I started listing some of those things off, but also would I mention that like any sort of devices that they could be using to travel back and forth from one place to another?
Yeah. You do know that there's also, anti-magic areas that would also prevent that sort of thing too, but that an item could be created to effectively lock someone out of doing any sort of teleportation magic too, but you need to get it on that person.
Yeah.
I was gonna say, it sounds like you need a little more of a specialized item. Maybe a hag flask.
And a flask would probably work too.
Oh.
An iron flask would probably work.
Since it works on not just genies, it works on everyone.
That's what what's his name? Corfer said.
What's that?
Last session.
Yeah. Those. Sorry. What was that? Rin.
Oh, I just said there's no way Corfer's giving us an iron flask.
Probably not.
Did we just give him one last session?
No.
You mentioned there might be a way to cut her off from that island in the Astral Sea. Do you have any idea if there's an object she uses to teleport there?
That's what I was getting at. Yeah.
Oh.
But
I don't think so. I think it's probably magic. But if you can stop the casting of that spell, that would work too.
Oh.
nullification
I think-
beam.
Counterspell.
We'll have to stop and see if he has something that can help. And I specifically say he and not a name.
It's learning. Secrets are secrets for reasons.
So out of character, it's not just a normal iron flask. I can't just go get an iron bar and be like tink tink tink. Or is it literally that dumb?
Are you out of character or in?
Yeah,
character?
I'm asking out of character.
Out of character, absolutely not.
Okay, yeah.
But it would be hilarious
Right.
to see you
It would
go to
Yeah.
like the local blacksmith. I need an iron flask.
Yeah, that's what I think would be hilarious. Yeah, as Ward be like,
Or
I got
just
it,
a
guys.
bar."
Don't worry.
This is
And
it.
we all go.
Yeah.
What's
Wait a
the,
minute.
What's the command word for that?
That looks very basic in accordance with the other stuff that you've seen. It's
Okay.
like, what? Iron flask? You said iron flask. I've got iron flask.
It
That would've
says
been a
I has
hilarious
iron written
scene.
across it.
That's the activating word. Iron.
The conversation with the blacksmith's like, I guess I can do that.
Oh my god! Even better if you don't tell us and we actually find another one. You just like throw it at him.
Dink.
Yeah.
It was on our improvised weapon and throwing and 1 damage.
Oh god!
The power of your belief works.
Yeah.
I'm an orc.
That is how that works sometimes.
I mean, the more terrifying thing is if it somehow worked.
True.
We're like,
funny.
Not sure. You know what? We'll take the win.
just honestly, I'm afraid to touch
We
it
take
because if I touch it, it might break.
Right.
No questions asked.
You sit there for.
Oh my god. Never mind. Keep
Okay.
going.
Okay.
I was just thinking. So the homebrew. So out of character. Just quick aside. There is a homebrew artificer class that I made where you have the ability of producing traps. One of them is called Containment Protocol, where you can basically iron flask something. So how funny that would be if you're just like, yeah, it's an iron flask. You throw it and it actually does contain something.
So as of next session, I'm subclassing.
Oh yeah.
Just joking.
yeah.
Very happy. with what I got
Multi-classing?
going.
Yeah, for sure.
Multi-classing into two
multi-class?
different.
Artificer.
Yeah, you
rules,
can
yeah.
multi-class
Yeah.
two subclasses, can't you?
No,
You can't.
you cannot.
Nah, that seems broken.
Yeah. No, it's you
Didn't we
can't.
have this conversation with Kelsey?
From D&D Beyond's perspective, you cannot.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, there might be like a DM who lets you do it in
Okay.
the world.
The
But
rule of cool.
Yeah. I mean, you might be able to also from like a. I guess that's the weird part is that you would subclass. So the way we have to build is that you have to subclass into the class that you already are, but you have to subclass into a different one. So you are multi-subclassing.
Right.
Right.
So I'm like, you're talking about like Wizard 7, Wizard 3, but different subclasses
Yes.
on
Yeah.
each.
Yeah.
Right.
Necromancer and
Right,
Yeah.
which like in
Yeah.
theory that could work, but you couldn't do it through D&D Beyond's current interface because
No,
of how
it
it works.
it would be like the robot just went head blow up.
Yeah. Anyway, right.
Yeah.
So
Okay.
0
game.
divided by 0.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I was trying to look and see if I had any of the spells that could stop her from teleporting, and I don't.
To be fair, Kelsey, I would allow it if D&D Beyond would allow that sort of, shenanigans to pursue, but it does not, and that is our chosen form of doing our character sheets. So, so
Eat the.
any other questions for the thing?
I have nothing
Anya Beats.
You were getting
The Hexblade.
other
just
than
eaten alive.
did she
Switch
see
out your
that
damn dice.
blue-breasted
That's
rifle?
my move, I guess.
And then I tried to mimic its noises.
She did, and she kind of. That's quite close.
Nice.
I can make one for you if you want.
Make a what?
I have certain spells that I can cast.
A whole bird?
I mean, just a little messenger, sure.
Oh my god.
It's a spirit that just takes the form of the bird. So
Okay. Yeah,
not-
he's
it's
very
not
interested. Oh.
you just.
He'd still be pretty excited about the prospect.
You see her cast this quick incantation. You see this kind of like pinkish energy flash about her hands. You see this bird just produce on her palm.
Oh wow. Okay. Yeah.
Kind of
He's.
leans her hand over to you, and the bird just lands on your shoulder.
Oh, he's stoked. He's like, his eyes are like.
This little blue sparrow.
Yeah.
Imagining Bastion.
Like a little bit. Yeah.
From Overwatch.
So Tonk's very curious, and he's like,
Especially with the
he's
bird.
doing a link on me.
Oh yeah.
Oh
Yeah.
yeah. What the hell?
Yeah. He's climbing up me, trying to get to the bird, and I guess as his snoot touches it, like a bubble.
Yeah. And just sparkling pink energy.
Yeah.
Oh man.
Cool. Yep. Like it.
All right. That's my
Shall we? To the woods.
To the woods.
Are we going straight to the woods, or do we need to like inform people that we're going to these woods because this shit's going down? All these things are going down.
We can't leave quite yet.
Could
You
ring.
need to. Well, it's probably later in the afternoon at this point, getting close to
I assume we're staying at least overnight or
close to
night.
sunset.
I was gonna say could Rin like send a message,
Yeah, absolutely. That's something.
I mean,
Sending.
Who are we sending to?
it's been a long day. We can just call it,
Camp?
and then I assume in the morning. No, we own an inn.
Oh. Well, why go all the way back? Aren't we right next to the woods?
You're near.
No,
So-
we're down there.
Oh
Yeah.
shit! I
It's
thought we
like-
were
We gotta
north.
go up here.
We were,
Yeah,
and then
like
we.
several weeks to a month or more.
Oh,
I have
actually,
no
you know what?
recollection of
Hang
this
on.
place.
Let me do a thing.
Yeah, there you
Oh,
go.
doing a thing?
There you go. Wapacha.
Doing the
You
thing.
guys.
It's a black
are-
screen.
Yeah, it's black right now.
What? Oh, wait, what?
No, on
On
the
on
stream.
Twitch.
Stream.
Ah, jam it. Okay,
and then
well,
they
that's
wanna
not being
stop
seen
and-
because that is still
Yeah, I can see nothing.
quieted. Yep. All right, we're just going back to full table then.
Right on.
So
I do have something that could.
you
outside of
guys
counterspell,
are
that could lock
You can ping
interplanar.
it or something.
here.
Oh, that's nice.
Oh, I
You
see what
want to
you're
go
saying.
is
Those
over
woods
Fight
over there.
here.
through a whole hive of
Oh, yeah.
insect people.
All right.
And at some point,
New features
keeping-
because I'm using a new map interface.
Hey!
What up?
That's cool.
I
Keeping
assume
at
during the
least
travels
one
we're gonna
third
stop in
level
Cowl. They'll get some tattoos,
And
and then we'll go up to Wilderfront.
Okay.
Through Clover Hollow.
Mm-hmm.
Older friend.
So jealous of everyone in
Using
here right now.
all
I
the
just-
Because I think initially we were planning on everyone doing own things and just meeting up in like Wilderfront or Cowl or something, and then it's just kind of turned into what we have done instead.
Would you prefer more of the question mark things?
Oh, question mark ping.
They have some neat stuff on this.
Wait, is this League of Legends now?
Yeah, right? Yeah.
Question mark ping, question mark ping, question mark
Yeah.
ping.
What are you doing? Where the fuck are the wards? Why? Why are you like
The
this?
question is there something here?
So
There's
true.
a
Well,
back door to
He's
the
drunk
Misty
with
Thicket.
power.
I was gonna say all of the information we have says everything is there.
Well, no, I didn't ping here. I pinged here.
Oh, I see.
I'm also gonna ping
Where
here.
and where, Tony?
The Torringding Woods and the Misty Thicket.
Oh, there's like a little fort in the mountains.
Up
by-
here?
Oh.
No, I was thinking of here.
Here?
Uh-huh.
Yeah, that.
Oh, that's more precise pain.
That's a
Not there.
She's
right.
blind.
Not so much here or here, but right here.
Perfect.
Not there, not
Um,
there.
Well, thanks for the info and the heads up.
Sure.
I think we'll head back, have a night, stop and have a conversation in the morning, and be on the way.
I will attempt to bring her more samples
Okay.
whenever possible.
Nice. Yeah.
In the interest of time, does Corfer have anything that could stop or run plane shifting?
He may.
It takes a minute to cast though,
Yeah.
so
What were you?
If
beware.
it's plane shift, it might be something else.
Mm.
I mean, we could do a ring of storing, and then just cast it from the ring.
Yeah, you want to drop $16,000 for a ring of spell store?
Dollars? No, gold maybe.
16,000
Might be
gold.
worth it.
We have it. We have like 30 or 40, don't we?
We have.
Alternatively-
5,900.
Alternatively, that is one of my infusions. I can do a ring of storing, but I have to drop one of my other infusions to do it. But I can do it instantly.
What's the spell level limit on it?
And then, so if you do, like, so they're saying it takes a minute to cast a spell. If you have a ring of storing, does it still take that full minute, or is it more instant?
It still would. Yeah.
Would still take a minute.
Okay. I think Christian and Pat were talking about a spell.
Magic circle can
Oh.
stop a creature from. You can invert it so where the creature is inside of it, and it cannot teleport or
That's
interplanar
what
travel.
takes a minute to cast.
Yeah.
I
Which-
understand.
One of the squirrels up there.
Oh, they're not in English.
Oh no, they're straight up spell scrolls.
Okay.
It might be that one.
The circle?
Yeah, I can't quite remember.
Circle.
We've got
Circle,
scrolls.
circle,
spell
dot,
scrolls.
Okay.
Made by a person that I've listed on Twitter at one point or another. I can't remember. I feel bad.
Yeah.
Obviously, I've bought quite a few of them.
Right. They're due.
Anyway,
Alright.
I guess we'll head back to Milvain to spend the night, because we gotta wait till tomorrow anyway for
You're in
Dorkir and
Milvain.
Mall.
you're in Milvain.
I mean,
back to the back to the
Yeah.
inn.
yeah.
Back to
Crash.
the inn.
Crash for the night. Rain can do her little performance-y things. New customers, new performance.
Yeah.
And then in the morning we can stop, get them all, and see, if he has an item, we can look into it. Then,
Or if he wants to do us a big favor.
That's a pretty damn big favor.
We've done him a lot of big favors.
You haven't done shit for
They
him.
have done a lot of big favors. I almost stole a ring for like.
I feel like the only way he would make one for us or give us one would be like saving his life level favor, which we have not done.
Well,
We have simply made his life easier.
I was gonna say
Yeah, I
he
was gonna
seems
say.
awfully powerful for us to ever save his life.
Well, I mean, let's just list off some of the things y'all have done for him. You opened up trade routes. You've hooked him up with many magical items that he was.
He's also hooked us up with many magical items.
Yeah, you've opened with the trade route.
Okay.
Yeah.
That's really it. Like, in terms of magical items, like, he's made
Everything
way
else
more
was a trade.
valuable magical
Yeah.
items. himself.
Oh, we technically set him up with 2 trade routes.
Right.
Oh, Pharaoh Fall?
No,
If we
the
would have been able to bring him back an iron flask, I would have said maybe we'd have a leg to stand on. But we didn't get to come home with that, so...
Who's got good charisma? And
I wasn't
persuasion?
gonna give you guys that.
yeah, tell me
Visigor.
super rude.
Because there's an argument to be made that'd be like,
We
hey,
worked
we
hard for that.
located the thing that was messing with your magics that you want us to go kill. We're just having a hard time getting there fast. Could you send us on our way?
Oh, you don't even know what's messing with
But
the magic.
I am not charismatic, so that's metagaming, bros.
we set him up with a trade route with the Mug tribe and Visigor.
Hug Mug?
Mug. Oh yes, Hug Mug. I typed it right. My brain just went Mug.
Ah, they're fine.
The Hug Mug tribe and their wealth of storing
Sorry,
ability
that is true.
to recharge.
Which is so close to Milvain and weird that it's that close.
Nope, not at all.
Okay.
Don't ask
Totally
questions if you don't want to know the answers.
But
Right.
maybe there's another item outside of the Ring of Spellstoring that he can pick up that would be good too.
I mean, we can ask him if he has anything reasonable. We can always ask the Duke and Inictal if he has anything or knows of anything, because they have the big room of magical items.
Or there is the
Gonna give
Mages
us a
Guild.
magical item either, but
Mages Guild as well. So we got options.
We got to travel back that way anyway.
That's what I'm saying. We have to go through Inictal to get there. I assume that's how we're going to get there. Oh, we could have looked for any... Are we doing anything else, or are we just going to sleep for the night? Sleep?
Sleep.
Any-
Did you want to talk to your girlfriend?
I'll give you that one at advantage.
Okay.
Do want to talk to my girlfriend.
You would.
But, you know.
What's up? Long time no see.
What's up?
Are we all following you there, or are you sneaking off in the middle of the night again?
Good question.
Dirty Mike and the boys.
Or are you going to say, I have something to do, I'll be back later?
Oh man.
You rolled for it, brother.
I want to talk to Rose first to see
Okay.
what she knows about
Okay.
like any details or what Bog may have told her.
Sure.
Just keep
So
coming
the group
back at me.
all heads back to the Copper Rose then, collectively. Yeah, keeps on drifting that way. Yeah.
It does.
Maybe shaking the table or something. I don't know. Just a small
I
vibration.
noticed it a minute ago, it was just your face. I was like,
Yeah.
Yeah, that's why I keep moving it, because I look
Yeah.
at the camera and I'm like, oh.
This is my face now.
So everyone heads back to the Copper Rose and participates in a little revelry, maybe a couple drinks at the tavern, where obviously the Moonstone Guard drinks for free.
how much Sunny D is there?
Not as much as you'd hope.
Oh, we should stop.
I mean, it does require storing crystals to make, so
Yeah, we didn't stop and talk to them about it, but also I think that's kind of come and gone.
I think so too.
We found out the value of how much that stuff's worth.
Yeah.
And turning into drink is not. Ooh, I wonder what Pyrantine would have done to it.
We don't like her. She shafted us hard on money.
So, am I waiting tables or doing dishes?
Dishes.
Okay.
Oh.
Dish duty.
Yeah.
This is
So
how
I will-
unwind.
I'll ask Rose.
So you see, as you walk in, you know what? We'll give a description of the pub, because I don't think we've ever actually given one.
We haven't.
Yeah.
Wait, do we
Oh
still
no,
have
I don't
that
have it written
Gorgon
up.
head?
I
I don't have it written up after the renovations. I
All
could've
right,
sworn
let's
I
see
had.
the DM skills and improvise it.
No. This is important to get correct.
Oh, okay.
Meticulously planned out.
Well, it's also because Matt wrote out very specific instructions, but detailed as to how the Copper Rose looked after its renovations had been done.
I remember going over that because we were there after the renovations.
Yeah, he had them all written up, but I don't remember if I actually copied them into my OneNote or not. It doesn't look like I have, which is just a pity. I'll find that somewhere, that way we can do a proper one. But until then, you find a well-established pub, one that has these, beautifully furnished wooden floors. There are 3, if I remember correctly, booths on the far side, the far right side, with these kind of veiled curtains, kind of like private booths, effectively. A bunch of tables in the center of the area, a long bar. What's that?
I found it.
Oh, nice. Okay.
So I thought you had.
Do you want to give it then?
I can read it if you want.
Yeah, go for it.
I thought you had a map as well.
I do have a map, but I don't have it important here.
The outside of the wooden structure has been painted a dark forest green. White trim frames the windows and door. The exterior exhibits a folksy appeal with a sense of elegance. Above the door hangs a metal sign similar to the shape of a shield. The sign reads, "The Copper Rose." A large wooden door is etched with beautiful, ornate elvish carvings, shimmering faintly with an enchanted aura. Heck yeah, we bought an enchanted door for our inn. The interior is warm and inviting. A large copper chandelier hangs from cedar rafters. Enchanted flames cast dancing shadows around the room. Amber light emanates from magically infused wall sconces. The paint on the walls are split, white on the bottom, and the same forest green from the outside on top. To the left, a whitewashed stone hearth scales upward toward the rafters. On each side of the fireplace stands a cedar bookshelf. Decorating the shelves are a few books with blue spines held up by blue glass bookends, blue vases, blue ceramic statues, blue candle holders, and a blue decanter. Above the mantel hangs a portrait of the owners, Stuart and Rosemary. The painting shows Stuart sitting on a high leatherback chair while Rosemary stands beside/behind him. Their hands are clasped at his shoulder. 2 tall leatherback chairs sit facing the fire. To the right front of the room is a small triangular stage. The wooden stage is set in the corner, only a step above the floor. The tables, chairs, mantel, bar, stools are all made of cedar. To the back right of the room are 3 built-in private booths with leather bench seating and red curtains. An L-shaped bar wraps around the back of the room. 3 smaller copper chandeliers that mimic the larger one hang over the bar. Behind the bar are tall shelves that line the corner, reaching the rafters. A ladder on the wheel leans to one end. The shelves are full of exotic spirits and liquors from all over Tatia and beyond.
Where was our trophy? Didn't we have like a trophy set up on the wall?
You do.
The hag's head.
The hag's head? I think it was like some
do.
swords.
It was.
Or did
it
we-
was the magic sword. That.
Or did we leave that in Farrowfall?
No, we left my sword in this Fairfall.
Okay.
About
I cast Shatter in the middle of the room.
It would not go well.
Here we go.
If I ever want to make a new character, that's what I'll do. Watch you guys kill my.
We need to go to Melvain. Why? We need to go.
So, the Copper Rose is the area that is, actually given a proper map layout.
Oh yeah, because that's the stage in the front right.
Yeah.
That's where old girl is.
That's really cool.
The chairs in front of the fireplace is my go-to sleeping spot.
Well, one of them. The other one is for Rose, specifically.
But she doesn't sleep there overnight.
No, but you don't sleep in her chair. It's her chair.
Okay.
Respect the chair. So,
And our fan fiction theories about Stuart's death.
now,
Yeah, I was thinking that. I was like,
Many
we
of
still
them.
haven't officially ruled that out.
there has been a decision made
He sat in her chair. That was the end.
So,
Find Rose.
yeah, find her once again in that one high back chair sitting next to the fireplace.
So, hi Rose.
Good dear, good to see you.
It's good to see you too. So have you had any contact with Bog at all?
I haven't, no. Not personally, no.
What about Harley?
I did hear from her, yes.
When was that, and what specifically did she say?
Oh, it was some months ago. She said she was, sorry for all the trouble. But that was it. I didn't understand it, though. She's never caused me any trouble.
And that's it? She didn't leave anything with you?
No, but she seemed she was quite sad. She had some tears in her eyes.
Was she missing an arm?
No, she had both of her arms. Why do you ask?
That's my question.
I'm assuming we're not anywhere near you for that conversation, but out of character, that's fantastic.
That would be something he would do. Has she been around since then, or has she visited?
I haven't seen her since, no.
Have you seen any patrons with red cowls or like more overt red adornments? Kind of like a fashion statement-ish.
We've been quite popular since the renovations, but I can't think of any offhand. I mean, I'm sure some have come through, but I wouldn't know. We've been so busy since everything's been fixed up.
Okay.
So I keep looking around and I realize it's a conversation between you and I.
Like
We don't
down on,
exist.
Yeah, second nature.
yeah, like down on one knee and still like hunched down just to like talk to her, like.
Yeah.
Okay.
Well, that's quite fancy armor you've got now.
Thank you. I found it in the desert.
Well, treasures in the sand, I see.
Yeah.
You.
I was also a treasure in the sand.
Oh, hello.
I come from the desert, so I like that.
A new friend of yours.
Yes.
You see her like start to get up, like arms
I'll
wobbling.
I'll wave her back down. Just say, "Hi, I'm Daruk." Yeah. Well, didn't we were playing
here
the first
earlier
night?
today.
Yeah.
Oh, that's right. Yeah.
Yeah.
It's
But-
Daruk, remember? We've introduced him.
Oh, I'm sorry. Quite up there now in these years. Well, it was good to see you again, Daruk.
Yes.
The sandstorm.
Sure. Yeah. Well, yeah. I see. Yes.
God damn it.
Did I say something funny?
Oh my god.
You did. It's just that's a pretty good analogy. I like that. Daruk the Sandstorm.
Titles.
I'm sorry.
Well, thank
Kind
you.
of.
That's so funny.
All right. Well, thank you for your time. I appreciate it. Thank you.
Sure.
You did a wonderful job here. I'm still glad to see it's all still going well.
Oh, well, you hired some excellent people. Oriana's getting all the tips and bringing them in. I think she's quite the looker. And Theobald does quite well behind the bar. Finn's keeping the kitchen ready, and Vimia provides great music. You can still hear her playing right now.
That we can. But all right. Well, hopefully you have a good rest of your night.
Oh, thank you. But dear, it's so good to see you all again. I miss Bog quite a bit. Seeing you all brings a bit of fond memories back to heart.
It does for us too. We like to think of this as our home.
I'd like you to think of that too. Anytime you're all in, you're welcome to the guest rooms. You always are.
We appreciate that. But I got some business I have to take care of, so I will. I'll see you later
I
on.
understand that. I don't want to keep you busy.
I used it on myself the previous night, but I'll cast Enhance ability on. I can't remember her name, the musician. That plays.
Vimia.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So that she has advantage on whatever charisma stuff she's doing tonight.
Okay,
For
yeah.
playing. Yeah.
So yeah, you hear her start playing, and like, she never plays poorly by any means that you've heard or anything, but you definitely hear that extra kind of little like kick to her step and everything when she starts playing. that she adds like a little of extra flourish on every like kind of little not like a run, but one that's well done on everything that she's playing.
She's got a whammy bar.
Yeah, exactly. Like tastefully done, not just like, oh god, again.
Daruk doesn't approve.
Yeah.
Should never be tasteful.
Yeah.
I'll go over to Rainier.
Oh. I was totally not eavesdropping at all.
You want to do some shady shit?
Do some hood rat shit?
Yeah. You remember where we went before? Where you were stalking me?
Stalking is such a strong term.
Skulking.
Skulking. It was just, scouting.
Perfect.
I could be down.
Okay. Let's head out and quietly make our way over there.
Making our way.
Downtown.
I'm assuming I didn't hear any of that conversation.
This was all very quietly done.
Oh, okay.
Off to the side, I'm sure.
Do we go out the front or the back door?
We're going on the back. And then I would like to...
Make a perception check.
I'm in the kitchen.
Yeah. You're walking out the back door is right past the kitchen.
Oh,
Yeah.
I mean, we're just walking. We're not being sus. We're just walking.
I'm aware, but
Yeah.
Ward may or may not automatically just. Meh.
not what they. Oh,
Are you face deep in
15.
15.
Yeah.
You're not being stealthy. What's your stealth naturally? Just your bonus to stealth.
Plus 10.
Okay, so you just naturally just slink past pretty much anybody.
Okay, plus 9.
Okay.
Plus 7.
Okay, so yeah, actually at that rate, they both just not trying to be stealthy. They just kind of like quietly walk out, and yeah, they miss them entirely. So
I'm elbows deep in the dishwater.
yeah, for sure.
Which I like to think is terrifying that like somebody that big is that quiet.
Yeah,
Like, I make sense.
yeah, sure.
Just all of a sudden just behind you. Fuck. Yeah, and then stealthily go back to the warehouse where she was, the glass.
Ah, okay. The 2K warehouse.
Yes.
Yep.
I'm just thinking of how.
Or sorry,
fucking
2K Glass Emporium. Proper name.
I'm just thinking of how fucking whimsical I am that I have. I guess I should stealth with you.
Yes. That'd be a good idea.
Is this just a regular roll, or why did you do?
I have advantage on stealth.
Oh, okay.
Because I have boots.
Oh, Jesus Christ! I rolled an 18 on the dice.
No.
I got a 19 out of mine, so.
27.
Okay. So, as you both kind of like quietly, through the cover of night, avoid any sort of guards or any of the nightly patrols or anything, move through the city. You make your way to the 2K Glass Emporium. Now, this brick story building that you've come to, absolutely, and actually you once kept an eye on once before. Walk up to, you notice the building before had a very kind of like open aesthetic when walking outside. That these huge, tall glass windows were just providing a bunch of natural light into it, almost kind of making like a spectacle of there's going to be this glass blower inside and bring people in kind of thing. But walking up to it now, you see all of the curtains drawn. You cannot see inside the building at all, which is a very different look to it from once it had prior.
We're at night, correct?
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
My favorite time of day.
Yeah.
Even in the front is like the front shop, all like curtained up and stuff.
Every window that you walk past, whenever you walk, like kind of do a once around in the building, is shut.
Can I do like a perception to see if there's really any traffic, like evidence of traffic going in and out the front?
Sure.
Or that the
Perception or survival, either one would work.
I would say if it looks like
With
dilapidated,
tracks.
or like if it's like kind of run down or like abandoned-ish.
They're both +5. Survival has the Fey Fiend Undead. Doesn't
Okay.
matter.
No.
Does it? Huh?
No.
Okay, I didn't think so. 8.
Okay. So yeah, you walk in, or you walk around rather. Not a lot of sign. You're not really sure though.
Okay.
It's kind of hard to tell. I mean, you're in a pretty well, populated area.
Yeah. I just didn't know if the building was looking like it was
It's not like run down or anything.
Yeah.
But it doesn't look like there's like a lot of activities from the outside.
Just like, this feels different than the last time.
It's very different from the last time.
Good. What's our end game here?
Ultimately, it was to find out. Ultimately, it was to stop them from going after Bog, but I don't know. Right now, if she was in tears and saying sorry for causing all the trouble, that sounds like the bosses weren't happy with her actions.
I can't imagine her being in tears.
Super sus.
Well, after you.
I know that there is the the door to the alleyway.
Mm-hmm.
Can I quietly check if that is locked currently?
Sure. So you kind of walk over to it. And, again, we'll keep the same stealth roll. Quietly walk over to it. Kind of adjust the handle. Feels locked.
Okay.
I do not have to use tools.
I do.
Okay, good.
I will try to pick the lock.
Sorry, we'll go to different audio. Boop. Okay, continue.
I'll try to pick the lock. So is that dexterity and proficiency, since I'm proficient with them?
Or is that sleight of hand?
Yes. Sleight of hand would also work too if you're proficient with sleight of hand. But
I am
yeah,
not. Okay, so just dexterity plus proficiency bonus.
correct.
Okay.
Oh, God.
So that is 17.
17. Okay. So you walk up to the door, kind of very deftly, quietly pick the lock. Unlocks.
I'm gonna, as I'm like, would she have trapped this?
I don't think she was magical in nature.
Okay.
She was
There's mechanical locks. Or traps.
I will check for traps.
Okay. Make an investigation check.
Okay.
Just try not to get your face blown off.
I will be fine. 19.
19. Carefully looking around, you kind of take a piece of paper, kind of like move around the door handle and everything. You don't find anything that's trapped.
Good. I will open the door and just try to look around inside.
Okay.
And just peek in as best I can while trying to I don't want to openly go in. I just want to check in first.
Sure. So you open the door, carefully kind of peek inside. You kind of look inside the shop and you see that there are still, items on the tables, some kind of glass-made vases and plates, cups, that kind of thing. Little decorative items that meant for shelves, that kind of thing. You still see the forges that are there too, but all of them appear to be cold. Nothing burning or anything like that. You still see kind of the storage cabinets, one of which you're well familiar with in terms of what it had been used for in the past. But the shop looks otherwise inactive, unoccupied.
Just at the moment or in general?
In general.
I mean, I can't see in, so, because you're just kind of standing in the doorway. You're standing there awkwardly, keeping a lookout.
Nah.
Doesn't look like
Oh, wait, isn't this how you do it?
quick looks, yeah. All right. I guess it looks like nobody's here, but take a look inside just to make sure.
I'd rather get in than stand out here in this alley.
Well, I didn't make sure first.
No, that's fine.
Go in.
Okay.
I'm gonna close the door quietly behind me.
Gotcha. So you carefully, quietly walk inside, kind of start looking around. Make investigation checks, both of you.
Me, man.
You don't find anything.
No.
16.
Okay.
7.
Okay. You're kind of surveying the shop, and you're not really finding anything of interest. In terms of interest, you find all these little knickknacks, and you're like, okay, these are neat.
I haven't seen a lot of blown glass. They're shiny. They're interesting.
Yeah. Some really nice, kind of decorative stained glass pieces too. They look pretty nice. Potentially items for making the Copper Rose look even nicer than it already is. Which, it is hard to believe it can be done, but maybe with some of this you can. But you're not really finding anything of particular interest, like, you know, going around and looking for any sort of clues about the desks. Vidir, though, as you're kind of looking around the shop and you're going around, you remember that one person who'd been thrown into one of these lockers. Person who'd been made an example of by the Cowl once before. Kind of walk over to it and look around and kind of peer through the slots. You don't see anything in there. You kind of start looking around, and you're kind of familiar with ways of keeping things hidden. And you do find that there does appear to be some sort of like cellar entrance, kind of drop door kind of thing, where there's a latch
Okay.
currently fixed down there.
I
Passive perceptions again once, please.
15.
11.
Okay. You do notice there's kind of like funk to the air. There's a little bit of like,
Stale?
yeah, stale, absolutely, but almost kind of decay hanging in it. Not anything that's too noticeable, but there's definitely something there. But actually, yeah, feline senses, you probably would pick that up too.
Yeah. What does feline senses do? It's been a while.
It's not a feature or anything.
Oh,
just,
yeah,
you know,
yeah.
Eventually.
I just found out the other day, I guess cats can taste air with like little things
Oh,
in
neat.
front.
Yeah.
Most animals can. That's why when they do the sniff and they find something they really want to check out more, they open it. It's
Yeah.
because it's right there on the top of that.
Sweet.
So-
In any case, so because actually one of the questions I was going to ask, like I know you said it looks kind of abandoned in general, and I know my investigation was to find things terrible, but I was going to be like, is there like a layer of dust on all the stuff? Is it getting to that
You
point?
do know that there's a little bit of dust on pretty much everything you touch.
Are they-
You're not sure if it's just
Somewhere wards
people
like,
haven't been dusting, or yeah, dusting.
mean, you
People haven't
still-
been dusting, or maybe
you still, I feel like you'd still see handprints on things.
It was
There's
in
everyone
use.
here a bit, and there's an odd feeling, taste to the air.
I wonder if she was made an example of. There's a
Do I
door.
see you like holding this?
I mean, I just pointed out to you, there's a door to a cellar. Does it look like there's like a living quarters inside at all?
you just see a set of stairs that lead up into a second floor.
I'll try
It's
to.
kind of like one of those like loft second floors, like a bit section kind of thing.
Do you want to
I'll
check
take-
up, or do we want to go to the basement, which always goes well?
Let's check up real quick.
Okay.
We'll check the second story real quick, just a quick. See if there's anything there glaringly obvious, or like see if the layer of dust is still there as well.
Sure.
I'm gonna use my acrobatics to like do like the climb up the wall so I don't step on the super loud stairs.
Okay, sure. So you kind of you position yourself between the hand railing and the outer wall.
Yeah.
As you just kind of like
Like
scoot
some
up.
ninja warrior stuff.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah.
I mean, I think it's more athletics, but whatever. I want acrobatics.
I'll give you acrobatics. Yeah. You hardcore parkour.
I'll do the same.
Oh,
What'd you get?
Oh, if it's an actual roll, that'd be a 20, dirty
Okay.
20.
Yeah.
But I think he was doing to see if he was gonna copy me or just do it.
Yeah.
You know, his.
Yes or no?
Okay. Yeah. For sure.
But it was a 13, so it was a yes. So I have a 7 plus 7 to acrobatics.
Oh, okay. Yeah. So. So as you both hardcore parkour between the support railing and the wall and back and forth, Rainier being, we'll say just for argument's sake, quite a lot quieter than Vidir, although Vidir's still doing his quietest in his own right, to be honest. You eventually make it to the top, where there is a door to what is like, a separate loft area tucked away.
Can I quietly open it?
Sure. You turn the door knob and it is unlocked. You open it up.
What about traps?
Too late.
As you peer inside, you see this
Fireball goes off, you die.
a decent sized but still humble in its own right living space. You see a small kind of table and eating area, pretty comfortable bed, all with these kind of like larger windows that overlook part of the city.
Are those curtains closed as well?
They are, yes. And without much light to the area, though you do both have dark vision, so you can see perfectly fine in here. You look around and you do find that same kind of thin film of dust in the area. All of it looks, lived in at one point. You can both make investigation checks if you like.
You know what? I'm gonna use, in honor of Bob, I'm gonna use his dice.
Aw.
Don't fuck me over, Bob. Yes! You said investigation?
Mm-hmm.
That is a 24.
Okay.
13.
Okay. So you find that same thin layer of film of dust.
How are the turntables?
Yeah. But, Rainier, looking everything over, you do find that there are some kind of like small storage areas that have been dedicated to keeping, some food around and everything. Icebox, that kind of thing. They're completely thawed at this point. And the food that inside has rotted, so there's a bit of musty stank to the area, to the air. But you also find this kind of tiny little black patch of just a stain on a small little dresser beside the bed, on the top of it.
Does it remind me anything of like the black spots in Pharaohfall?
Similar, yes. Very similar, in fact. But it also reminds you of this similar kind of like rot and kind of decay that you once found within the jail cells in Milvain.
I'm gonna...
Kind of like take out something that just...
Well, I'm gonna kind of point it out to him. And...
Or that.
I have a feeling.
I thought you were gonna like touch it. I was like, maybe you should.
Oh no,
I
no,
gave
no,
you
no,
that
no.
for free, but yeah.
Pointing.
Yeah. Okay.
I mean, I am. Not yet. I can be resistant to necrotic. But then
Oh, would I have gotten that done yet? I would have gotten that done at Natick Town, the tattoo.
So not yet.
We'll say not yet.
Okay.
We'll do that on the return trip.
Okay.
Since it was undecided what was going to happen with Chain Team.
Fair. Yeah, that's.
Jail cells? Pharaohfall?
She said that was her boss that did that. You said you smelled like decay downstairs.
Decay-ish. I mean, there's a lot of rotten. So there's not. She hasn't been here in a minute, and
How
probably
much-
didn't leave.
How much you want to bet there's going to be a body in the basement? In the cellar.
There's always a body, isn't there?
Usually is.
You gonna be okay?
I think I'll live.
Don't touch that.
Do you want to check out the cellar?
I feel like we're doing a disservice if we don't.
Okay.
Come this far.
Yeah. Do you want to leave those questions unanswered?
Nope.
Okay.
We'll check out the. Quietly make our way downtown.
Do we go back on the stairs the same way?
Yes. Definitely yes.
I'll just give you that.
Yeah.
And we'll go check out the cellar.
Okay. So, as you lift up the entryway into the cellar, you again feel that, or smell that kind of
So
decay
it
and
gets
rot.
stronger as we open the cellar door.
Absolutely does.
Fantastic.
Waft.
Mm-hmm.
Especially pulling up, it's gonna pull all that air out.
Yep, which it does. You definitely smell it. It is unmistakable at this point. You see a set of kind of, more rough stairs, wooden ones that lead down into the basement.
I
somewhere.
assume I have some sort of. We've been in the desert enough. There's some sort of bandana that's on the face.
Sure.
I was gonna say, we're gonna start rolling some constitutions.
Same.
They'll do it.
Oh no.
That one.
I do the same with my cloak.
They dealt with so much death and decay smell in Pharaohfall. I'm like, they're used to the protocol at this point.
Actually, hold on. Do I have? We can keep going. Sorry, I just want to see if I have something.
Yeah. I'll lead down first. Voice crack.
So, as you walk into the cellar, it is a very dark area with no light source visible at all. You both have dark vision now, if I recall correctly?
I have
Yes.
blind sight.
I have dark vision.
Well, you blindside to 10 feet.
I have super dark vision.
Right.
Or whatever that is.
Okay, you still do. Okay. Couldn't remember that.
Yeah, I still kept it.
Okay.
Um,
So, Vidir. Actually, no, both of you can see well enough. As you kind of survey the area, it's a storage cellar to be sure. You see some crates and boxes kind of stored off in the corner. And as you walk down and start to look around through the area, you look towards the northern side, where kind of the entryway is. And along that wall, you see the body of a very large woman currently slumped against the wall, kind of almost exactly where that doorway is on the first floor.
Okay.
And motionless. Limp.
Is there like a pool around her or anything like that?
As you kind of really survey and look at her, you see this small pool about her, where her legs are outward, and it kind of reaches about to where her knees are, out to the wall. But two things you note that are missing: her head, and there appears to be some sort of hole in her chest.
Oh, I've seen that one before.
Dip. Now.
Okay.
Quietly get out as quick as possible.
I mean, I will trust his decision making on this one.
Okay.
I'm not stupid. So, if you got all the information you need.
An example.
Should we tell the sheriff on the way out of town to take a look?
Yep. Yep, I'll let her know.
Didn't the sheriff say there was somebody in town that was like no longer a problem? Was she talking?
Yep.
I know I'm not there. I'm just
Yeah, out of character, yeah. I have a feeling that would be her.
So,
She was like the head of the Cowl here in town.
the sheriff is?
No.
Oh.
Harley was. Harley was like the main rep for the Cowl and Milvain.
As far as you know.
As far as I was aware. Like the one that was like the...
But that was a hit by a higher level Cowl?
Yes, the same one that made an example of the mage in the prison.
But
in the jail
so,
cell.
if she knows that, if the sheriff knows she's been taken care of, and it's no longer a problem,
that thing could still be a problem, because remember what happened last time we started poking around the body? It came back.
we were also much weaker. I actually almost pulled out a dagger to write it and then hide it in my cloak. It gives me resistance against necrotic.
Yeah. No, for sure.
If we need light, it has light.
We can come back with the rest of the group if we need, or we can have them take care of it, just letting them know it's going to be dangerous.
But what I'm getting at is, how did the sheriff know the problem's been taken care of?
Probably because she stopped seeing activity. She was aware of them in the town. She was aware of their involvement.
It is slowly moving.
Yeah.
I was just starting to wonder if the sheriff is in on it.
She seemed to know a lot, but she's also been vouched for by somebody different.
Do you remember her exact words?
I think she just said she hadn't seen the person in a while.
No, she
was
said
the
that problem had been taken care of. Or
A
dealt
certain
with.
a certain person hadn't been seen in a while.
She said it's not
a certain
our
person of
problem
interest
anymore.
has not been seen in a while.
Yeah. So she
Okay.
thought that she just left town or something.
Oh,
was
okay.
The impression
Okay.
I got, yeah.
Yeah.
But also the sheriff has been vouched for by somebody else who we are trusting.
Okay.
Somebody
I
that we
get where
just...
you're leading at. A little healthy bit of paranoia. You know,
Yeah,
like
it crossed my mind too, and then I remembered what Anya. I always say her name wrong.
I didn't want to go too far with it
You're
because I
fine.
didn't know what situation you had over there.
Nah, you're good.
Anubius?
Anubius.
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 Anubius. Okay.
None of your
Anubius vouched for the sheriff whenever we went into...
Yes.
None your business. Vouched for the sheriff whenever we were in Farrowfall.
Isn't that the half
half-hag.
hag?
Which is why I'm not saying who it is in character, but that she has been vouched for. Whether you remember it or not, that's up to you.
So, where's history? That's a 13. I remembered that.
6 9 to me is a bit of dice.
I remember that she was vouched for. I'm not
Yeah.
entirely sure who it was. There's a lot of things that have happened.
Mm.
A lot of people.
I've had busy time for the past take this much. 6, 7,
Yeah.
8.
Yeah.
So, we'll head back.
We'll dip for now.
We can let her know maybe she's disappeared for a reason and to take a look at her old dwelling.
Something similar to the jail cell has happened in the cellar of the glass shop.
That works
The
too.
2K Glass Emporium.
Yeah. I don't know, has it started yet?
So.
But yeah, we'll just sneak out and stealth back to the Rose.
Did we,
In the back door.
can I, like,
You want to loot some stuff?
I want to pilfer a nifty a nifty small trinket.
Okay.
Like, just one. Because I like shiny, interesting things.
Sure.
You want something to link you to
Make
this
a
murder
sleight of hand check.
scene.
Right.
Are you going to be annoyed if I do
Ward,
this?
as they're coming back,
1 sec.
Yes.
Ward's
We'll
taking out
get,
trash.
we'll get back to you doing that.
Okay.
Yes.
So, sleight of hand check.
I wanted to do it before we started looking around. So I'm like, as I kind of walk by, I'm like, can I?
This is an active crime scene.
And
Rainier, make a sleight of hand check.
11.
Okay.
My passive perception.
When you swipe an object,
Wasn't gonna like.
you know, we'll say it's like this decorative, like little glass fish thing. You're like, this is neat. You like it. Cats and fish.
Will this look good in the
And
copper
birds.
rose?
Yeah.
No, it'll look good in your pocket and not come out of the copper rose.
Rainier, you first hear this from the basement.
I put it down very awkwardly, and did you hear that?
Rainier, you eventually you heard it like a few seconds after Rainier.
Did we take care of that or GTFO? I legitimately.
just had to do it.
So fucking 20. We can take care of it.
But I guess we can wait till next time because it's late.
It is.
It's after when it's supposed to start.
You may also want to get your friends.
Yes. We'll take care of it for now. There was the shelving and stuff. Is that bolted to the walls?
What shelving?
Or like the storage units?
Oh, yes. Yeah.
It is bolted to the walls? Is there any tables or anything hefty nearby that's not bolted down that we can use to cover?
Yeah, you could grab like the tables and everything still. Yeah.
Alright, real quick. We'll put this on pause. We're gonna go get some help, because last time it did some screwy stuff even after we like killed the body, remember?
Do you think does the power of the zombie is it determined by the caster or by the body it's used on?
Ooh, why
You can make an arcana check on that one.
Yeah.
In fact, both of you, because this is also undead at that
Oh,
point.
so do I get it?
You would.
Ooh, 23.
Don't have Ward there for you this time.
I think you've asked for advantage like 8 times. and
So
this is the
it's a
first time
so
I've
it's
had
a
it.
running
You got
joke.
it.
It's a running joke.
It is.
Um,
So 23.
15.
15?
Yeah.
You know, you're both pretty certain that it's both.
So she'll be stronger than the mage in the jail cell.
Oh, way.
Okay, fine. Yeah, let's put multiple things on top of it.
Yes.
And,
Table.
Yes.
Just use our actions to sprint.
Yep, we'll sprint out and go back to the Rose.
So,
And then at the next session, we'll see what happens there. But go
out of
ahead.
character,
Mhm.
this is going to be hilarious because if the party gets called to this, Ward is wearing an apron and has a pot lid and a pot for his weapons because I was doing dishes and taking out trash. I put my stuff down.
Okay.
Yeah.
Depends on where you put your stuff.
Yeah.
All right.
Yeah.
Probably in the kitchen, like in the
Leaned up
corner.
against the sink.
Yeah,
It's up to you if you-
with Tom, he's probably just
Gotcha.
curled up, and I got my stuff there next to him.
I was
It's up
gonna
to you
say,
as to
as-
how quickly you would gather your things or not.
Right,
So,
as cleanly as you are, you might not want your metal equipment near the water.
Oh yeah.
True.
Shady shit medicine.
So yeah, we'll cover that in the next game, and we'll start with the rush to deal with whatever has happened at the 2K Glass Emporium. But for now, we'll go ahead and call the session there.
All right.
And yeah, we'll see what happens in the next one. Probably start with a little bit of combat, perhaps, for the first encounter with the new peeps.
Much excite.
Yeah. But we'll go ahead and call
Tiny
it.
thumper.
So, thank you all for tuning in. We'll go ahead and just, I've said it like 3 or 4 times at this point now. So we'll call the game also to make sure that everybody can get home, because there's a bit of storm coming in the Midwest very soon, and we want to make sure that everybody can get home safe and sound. So, thank you all for tuning in. We'll tune in, hopefully, we'll be streaming next week, so hopefully tune in then to see the first encounter with hopefully everyone at the table, where we get into some combat. Test out the new party members as well. So, once again, thank you all for tuning in, and we will see you all next week. So, take it easy. Have a good night.
Bye-bye.